sun in the hizzle, all but shizzle dizzle. We got an excellent show here today. Um, I'm not looking at the camera right now because I'm in the middle of loading this asphalts into this spreader. So I want to make sure I load this, make sure it's accurate. I think my bed is empty, and he's gonna let me know to get some more asphalt. Yeah, because I think this is topping. No, 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 no. This is binder. This is the binder. So I'm assuming I gotta go back for the topper. I just saw Burke's truck. Y'all don't know who Burke is. I'm talking like y'all know who Burke is. What's going on, y'all? What's up, everybody? I'm here to just to do a quick PSA. So Wrestling Wednesday is tonight. It is tonight, man. But it is tonight, and then um, Friday we got hey, what's gynocracy? What's going on? Taking me out. You said 12. Hey, I'm sorry, man. I had to go on, man. I was itching. Man, I had ants in my pants, Trevor. I said, man, I gotta go on now. So let me send a invite to y'all, man. Oh, y'all can get on, man. I need to stop doing that because y'all, everybody I want on this panel has access to the panel, so y'all can just jump on. I'm not doing that no more. So shout out to Trevor. Shout out to Gynocracy Takeover, man. They interrupted a very good show, man. Shout out to Juju. Juju, hopefully when you get here to Atlanta, I will set up, and if you want to, we can do a dang a studio interview with cameras and everything. So uh, shout out to Juju, man, if you want to do that and just have an uninterrupted, good interview here when you get to Atlanta, we can do that. So um, I can pretty much remember everything that I said in that show, so I'm just going to recap. Like I said, Juju was asking some very good questions, but you guys will probably see a lot of that on Friday's show with the relationship. We got Trevor, Gynocracy, and Juju. They're going to do a show on Friday. So, yeah, y'all don't want to miss that Friday nights. Y'all don't want to miss that. It's going to be fire. It's going to be the best show on the on YouTube. It's going to be the best show on YouTube. Now, today's title is called The Day After. What up, Juju? Juju, so if that's cool with you, Juju, we can work out an interview when you get here to Atlanta, and we will set up HD cameras and all that. So, if you like, we can, because I owe you an interview because there were some good questions, Juju. Great questions. So yeah, um, shout out to Juju. Shout out Gynocracy. Shout out to Trevor. Y'all about to see all Trevor, Gynocracy, and Juju are gonna have a fire show on Friday. We're gonna have a fire show tonight with Trevor, MD, and Venkat Wrestling Wednesdays, and we're gonna have a fire show with MD on Saturday. Um, I have to contact Nature Mom. I'm not sure she wants to switch around the schedule, which brings me to the topic. Brings me to the topic at hand. Ah, so YouTube being part of the internet is a place for debauchery. The internet is a place for debauchery. YouTube is a place for debauchery. If you have children, I don't recommend not only the internet, I don't recommend YouTube. So if you got children, okay? And if you are religious, I don't recommend YouTube for you. Because not only is it a place of debauchery, your religion will get dragged. So kids and religious folks, it's not a place for you. Now, do things like that shock Black Sun? No, I'm from California. I'm from Los Angeles. We have a place called Hollyweird. Y'all call it Hollywood. We call it Hollyweird. So stuff like that, it doesn't phase me. However, a lot of y'all are new to the shock genre, the shock genre. So, um, and that's why I'm going to send some movies again. I'm going to send some movies that I'm going to show you the direction that YouTube is going in. There's a movie called Jubilee. There's a movie called Begotten. Just those two movies right there, Jubilee and Begotten, especially Begotten. YouTube is okay with that. And if you don't know Jubilee or Begotten, there's a movie called Caligula. Caligula, which is, I mean, this is the direction that YouTube wants to go in. YouTube wants to merge your porn industry, so they want to make YouTube the what's the reality TV porn? They want to merge it. That's their agenda. That is what they want to do. How do I know this? Because you can type in Jubilee and you can type in Begotten on here on YouTube, which is the same thing Mr. Choke Your Chicken was doing the other day. However, this is where the whole black and white paradigm comes in and where white privilege comes in. See, white people will do stuff like that and call it art. We can't do that, black people. We can't do that. We can't do that. So we do that, we will get shut down. Okay. So again, yeah, I hate that. Like I said, it messed up a very good show because, like I said, Dinocracy was asking some great questions. That was very. I mean, well, like I said, she was asking me questions, what I like as far as in my perspective of dating. And I've noticed a lot more bikini models showing up on my news feed. Yeah, because YouTube, that's YouTube, people. Don't think it's some damn troll or some. MD, what's good, man? What's good? Man, I'm so glad you're here.
Peace, peace. Can I be heard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, yeah, yeah. Top of the morning, man. Yeah, I saw that you was on. I
Yes.
know we had scheduled something for like around 11, but yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Oh, this is gonna be short. No, we still can do that show. I just wanted to address the whole. People were like, "Why do you take the video down? What you talking about? What's going on?" So I said, "Okay, I mean, just do a real quick show." But we can bleed. Do you want to bleed into that, or you want to
Yeah,
just do a
yeah,
whole
yeah,
nother
yeah,
show?
yeah. Just bleed into it, man. Just bleed into
Okay,
it.
okay, okay. Yeah, because it's not gonna take long. It's just, yeah, I'm just letting people know that's YouTube doing that. That's YouTube.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's YouTube. That's not some. Yeah, YouTube. They have professional trolls, and they're trying to get y'all prepared. Again, if y'all want to see the direction of YouTube, type up Begotten and type up Jubilee. These are actual movies that YouTube allows. This is the direction YouTube wants to go in. YouTube and the porn industry are partners. They're together. So don't be so shocked, black folks. Don't be so shocked. Don't you know you're gonna shock the monkey? Shock the monkey. So yeah, that's the direction YouTube, and they want to. You keep getting porn bomb, and you keep getting these trolls because they're trying to uh, desensitize us into this realm, and so that's why I'm saying YouTube is not a place for children, and it's not a place for because they're heading in that direction. They're heading in that direction now. Now, and like I said, I'm not gonna be long with this topic. Um, Let me go up and drain out this. So, okay, hold on, y'all. I gotta lift this bed up real quick. Uh, okay. All right, all right, all right. Okay, go down. Okay, probably got to scoot up. Okay, so yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, but to Team Arena, we gotta be careful. But like I said, Gynocracy, that's why she has the bloody hands. I love it because it covers her whole screen. So y'all just be on y'all P's and Q's. The people are out there, you know, we man, they they coming at this channel, bro, with some weird shit. So yeah, let's see. Oh man, it's the new reality show. It's right on YouTube. Yeah, it's the new reality show. It's where YouTube wants to go. You know, but YouTube is playing. You know, you got people playing good cop, bad cop. YouTube is like, I don't know what's going on, and telling their trolls, yeah, go to that channel and do this. Porn bomb them in the goddamn chat section. Yeah, and oh yeah, and make sure you get on camera and do it. Yeah, YouTube knows all that. YouTube knows all the moves that these trolls are making. So we just got to be on our P's and Q's. You know, so yeah. Black Sun don't want no more. Hey, that wasn't mine, Juju. What do you? That wasn't me. Black Sun don't want. Oh, you said I don't want. No, Juju. That I mean, hey, that was because we still got people who bring their kids to YouTube and bring their family to YouTube, and it's like I keep trying to tell people, it's not. It's YouTube is not that platform. It is not. Again, type in Jubilee and type in Begotten, and then you will know. If you can get past those movies, then you will know if it's a place for your children or not. And these are legitimate movies they show on YouTube. It's legit. Begotten and Jubilee. That's why I sent those videos to Gynocracy so Gynocracy can see the games that YouTube is playing. These are the games that YouTube are playing. You know, Black Sun gonna say it wasn't mine. Huh? He said it wasn't mine. Oh my God. Oh, they got, oh man. Gynocracy and Juju got jokes this morning. Oh my gosh, man. I'm so glad we can laugh at it. I can laugh at it. And I'm glad that you guys can laugh at it. You know, but it's yeah, but yeah, we gotta be careful because yeah, it's like it reminds me of back in the day during the crack era when the police pull you over. Not saying police do this now, but back in the day, they pull you over, and if they knew you were a drug dealer but you didn't have any drugs on you, they would plant drugs on you. That's what YouTube is doing. So yeah, I know the games that YouTube is playing. Like I said, I've been on YouTube for a very long time. I'll ask y'all a question. If you guys know who the Trash Man is, then that means y'all been on YouTube for a very long time. If you don't know who Trash Man is, you guys are new to this. The Trash Man no longer exists, but the Trash Man was full of debauchery. Full of debauchery. Man. And this is back in the classic YouTube days, but it was full of debauchery back in the day. But yeah, Trash Man is one of them. And I remember this, Trash Man channel, man. He had all kind of weird shit going on. And
Hey,
YouTube allowed it. Oh, go ahead.
real quick, I see what Trevor said. Yeah, he didn't get up on it like Black Sun let him up on the panel. He just had my name in his ID, you know, in his avatar. Trevor, Black Sun let him up.
Yeah, that's why I said we got to be careful because, yeah, and it's okay. Okay, so GTO's coming on. Cool, man. GTO's right on time. Right on time, GTO. Oh, right on time, GTO. Because she knows about this stuff. I mean, more than I do.
What happened, Black Sun?
Shoot, what happened? Hell.
It's crazy because when y'all was streaming, I had fell asleep and I was listening. So I was like, when I wake up, I'm gonna listen back to it because it seemed interesting. Man, that shit just disappeared. I was like, what the fuck? And you said you was porn bomb. I said, I told y'all it's a lot. You got haters now. Like, well, you've been haters, but now, but that's something that people do anyway. People are playing that shit out. It's the it's certain people channel that I help save like that. Like I just came up on a panel, you know, even if I was pissed off at them. Like I'm like, look,
Right.
we could beef, but I don't want you to see your channel flag down.
That's
And
right.
I'll help them with the banner and stuff like that. Like, so that's important to know or whatever. That's why I said I'm gonna find some other gifts because I know y'all don't like blood. I'm fascinated with blood, I know. But but yeah, it's important to have that. But your title got me dead, Black Sun. Not the day after.
Hey, so TTO, let me ask you then. So if people coming up on the panel, do we need to like put up the gift first, and then when they come up, that we know it's them, then we can take it back down?
Really, you can have the whole discussion with it up. It's not going to confuse you because if you look down, you can tell who's talking about a little mini pictures, right? Because okay, below this picture, right, on StreamYard, that's what's happening on screen so we can understand what we displaying on YouTube. What's happening below that screen when you got the little mini pictures of our names and shit, that's so we know who talking. You don't need to ever take it down. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. You know that time I trolled Lex, I would not take off them bloody hands. I said, I'm ready to lean on this motherfucker. He might try to do some hater ass shit. So it depends. I'll leave that shit up. The people, and then I feel like not for nothing, right? Let's say the conversation real good, right? And it's just us or a couple new people might be on or whatever the fuck. That banner is not like that banner needs to be up. If people see on their community, like on their community's timeline, who's on the goddamn panel, they'll send people over here to like, get your channel struck down. So sometimes you don't want nobody to see always who on the panel. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, Black Sun?
I tell you,
I
who
know.
you need to holler at, Black Sun. You need to holler at Van Cat. Get Van Cat to make you up some gifts or some even some still images that's full screen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That way, it'll take up the full screen. Like a lot of the gifts, like what GTO got, some are on full screen, but some of them ain't.
Right.
Get him to size them to where they full screen. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Van Cat, if you listening to what you want to look for, I think I want to say 16:9, whatever the fuck that means. I don't know
I'm pretty sure he already know.
Yeah, he already know what the YouTube size is because when you do all that stuff, YouTube got some strict guidelines for that size and shit. When you doing graphics, like it's annoying. But yeah, you can find something to cover the screen. Like I'll just be Googling stuff, but it's hard because then you gotta make sure the GIF actually like is the right timing. Because then sometimes StreamYard won't let you use that GIF. But yeah, like certain things, you'll be surprised will get you flagged down. Like I see, that's why I'm glad Black Sun not a clout chaser. He not pressed to tag nobody. If you tag people, they have grounds to automatically flag your channel, and they'll just lie on you and say that you bullying them.
Right, spam. Yeah, spam them. Yep.
Yeah, spam. They'll report spam.
Yep.
That's how you know Black Sun not pressed because he ain't going to get flagged down like that. I don't never see him tag nobody. And see, my dumb ass.
Actually.
Well, I don't care if you tag me. I'm not going to ever flag you. You can tag me. I'm talking about tag, like when the shit is in blue. If the shit is in blue,
no.
They can flag you. You feel what I'm saying? So just
shit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I learned that from the beef sector. Going to the beef sector. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay, man, I'm learning. Like I said, you giving us the guidance, man. You letting us know everything, cause I'm man. Woo, man, it's
happy, right? I was just in somebody's chat. I was over there with the Aboriginals, just chilling in the chat, and I noticed this account came in there cussing, not censoring their words. I said, "Oh no, AP, you allow this shit in your chat? This ghetto." We've been off that. YouTube will take down your whole channel. Certain stuff you say. I've seen somebody
for cursing in the chat. Damn.
Like I censor my curse words. I feel like if it's uncensored, like you just being weird. Like I don't know. Censor your goddamn curse words, y'all. That's another thing you can get flagged down for if you're not careful. You understand what I'm saying? What's another thing? Like
so wait, we can't curse?
You can cuss. I just would suggest that you censor it. Like,
She
okay,
talking about
I'm
certain.
going
She talking about certain word, Black Son, like the F word and
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
that's
oh,
pretty
yeah,
much.
like the
Yeah. Like,
FA,
I'm gonna tell you
yeah,
why I
the
know.
FA, yeah.
If I'm trying to post a community tab, even if let's say I'm cussing somebody out, and I'm like, oh, you be this, like they not gonna let me post it. It's just the whole
Right,
screen.
right.
It's gonna say error occurred, or it'll do something else. It's not gonna post at all, or the whole post will just disappear. Or if you post so in
Goodness.
comments where none of the curse words is censored, every once in a blue moon you might see it go through, but most of the time it will just completely disappear. That's how I know in the chat you can get
Oh,
flagged down for not censoring your curse words.
okay. I'm learning. I'm learning, man. I'm learning that. Yeah, man. I'm so glad that you hear the damn. Yeah, yeah. I'm learning, man. Jeez, this is something else. Wow, wow. This is really amazing.
Talking about commentary, I'm flagging it. What? What is Trevor trying to say? What you mean commentary? Oh, you mean somebody? Are you saying you're not allowing new people on your streams? That makes sense. I mean, I don't mind. That's why I had that banner up. Y'all know when I had any open panel, I got my banner up. You don't gotta see me.
That's
And
right.
I
Yeah.
hate when people like, oh, I'm confused. I don't know who talking. Bitch, you know who talking. You had a conversation before on the phone. Fuck out of here.
Right, right, right.
Trying.
Exactly. Right.
People try to use that. I can't see what's
Try to be
going
slick.
on. Yeah. Like, no, put your penis away, sir. Put your penis away. Yo,
Right,
right. Yo.
Damn, I'm just.
But I can't believe your cherry got popped, man. Your little porn bomb cherry got popped. Black Son is really a CC out here.
Hey, hey, man, hey, hey, I was saying, hey, yeah, woo, yeah, that's not gonna happen again. That's for sure.
Right.
Bloody hands will come up.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm learning. Yeah, sometimes you don't. I mean, people can tell you stuff, and that's why I say experience is the best teacher because sometimes you can instruct a person, tell them, and they'll hear what you're saying, but they don't. Like I said, sometimes you just got to experience things, and then there's an old saying: sometimes experience is the best teacher.
I don't
And
think that
that's
y'all imagine that somebody would be that thirsty or petty. And like when I first told y'all, I was like, what? I was like, I'm dead serious, yo. and the biggest indicator is not even new people coming over. It's usually like foreigners, sometimes a random white man hit your panel. Like, let's be honest, this is a black space. We not going. Like, you know, and it's just like,
right.
I know Black Son don't care, but that's low key suspicious. Ganga just said
Yeah,
that if
yeah.
he sleep on a banana pill, he gonna blame the white man. Like, why is you over here? Like, you know, which I had to make into a banner and at the ticket. You seen it, Black Son? I said, slip on a banana pill and blame the white man to lower stress level.
Yeah, I saw it. Yep.
Yo,
Hey,
yo.
that's wild. Damn. That is
Yeah.
wild.
So
Yeah,
what you
man.
doing
Yeah.
today?
Huh?
What you doing today, Black Son?
Well, actually, we're gonna bleed into another conversation. Trevor, MD, and I, we wanted to. What was the topic, MD? Shit, I forgot what the damn topic was, man.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't necessarily a topic. It was we was just gonna talk about what transpired yesterday with Yanga on Lex channel.
Oh,
I
that's
just wanted to
right.
talk on it.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, hey, I didn't listen to all of it because I mean, like I said, Lex be saying the same shit over and over and over.
Hold on, what? Who was on who? I'm confused.
Yeah, Yanga was on Lex channel yesterday.
What? I went to sleep early and missed it.
And so some very interesting things were said. So I wanted to speak on that a little bit. But give me a second,
All right, no problem, no problem. Yeah, I saw like a couple minutes of it, but I didn't really indulge it because, like I said, if certain conversations I just don't indulge. I don't care who's on the panel, you know. So, but yeah, but MD did listen to the show, and so yeah, he definitely wants to address that gynocracy. And so yeah, I wanna hear what he got to say too, because yeah, you know, because yeah, I want to hear what he has to say.
I mean, mainly it's one point that I want to, focus on. So, and you know, we can say it now. So when him and Yang was talking, he was like, Yang was trying to get him to like basically expand citizenship of black land, right?
Yes,
Because you know that's where Yang is gonna come from.
that's right.
So,
Yep.
so Lex was breaking it down like he didn't mind other people visiting black land and procuring certain amenities and basically spending money with black land, but they gotta leave. Then he said that you could be a Christian, Muslim, or Jew in black land, but you couldn't serve in any seats of government officiating in black land.
Wow.
So that's what I
Okay.
want to talk about.
So it pretty much like the CCP.
That's what you want to call it.
It sounds like the CCP. China. What's that? What does that stand for? MD. China. CCP. What's that? It basically China Republic. I don't know the damn. Yeah, I just call it CCP. But yeah, let's talk
It's
about
the
it.
People's Republic of China.
Okay. Yeah, People's Republic of China, man. That's what it sounds like.
But yeah,
But
give
yeah,
me a
let's
quick
talk.
minute, man. I'm in the TA real quick. Give me a second.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, man, I wanna address. Yeah, you really got some. Oh man, well, like I said, I made a covenant with MD. I made a covenant with Sister Noble and Gynocracy, so I'm not gonna even mention the man's name because I had
Turd
a covenant
Eyes.
with
His
them.
name
But
is Turd Eyes. That's his name, Black Son. Listen,
Third Eyes.
he talked
Okay, Third Eyes.
about
Okay,
he
you
talked
part of the
shit
covenant,
about
so I'll
people,
say Third.
but he looked like he spread dookie around his raccoon eyes. Okay. He looked
Oh
like he don't wipe
goodness.
off his face. That's why I call him Dookie Eyes or Turd Eyes. You don't have to say,
Right,
or you can say Condom Boy, because his name sounds
right.
like a condom brand.
Hmm. And the
That's
reason
why I
I
say
say
Condom
this,
Boy. I got that
yeah,
from somebody else who don't like him. They was like, "Is that?" They was like, "So when somebody said Condom Boy," and they knew exactly who they was talking about. I was fucking dead. But yeah,
right,
that's what
right.
I called him. I called him Condom Boy. You don't have to
So
say,
I'm
and it's
right,
not
right.
like
So
covenant with sister, but well, with Sister Noble because we actually fucked with her, and y'all actually had a real peaceful conversation. Like, and he's still definitely running his mouth about us. Like, I don't even know why you ain't. All right, whatever. I'm gonna just be quiet.
oh no, you good, you good. And I say yeah, I was just addressing, like I said, on your channel, man, you had a great show, y'all. I forgot to see that thing messed me up so yesterday. I was posted. I'm gonna still do it. Post Gynacracy show in the description because man, it was a great show. We had a great conversation, and so I just kind of wanted to continue on that before the Chicken Man came and start choking out the chicken and strangling the chicken and suffocating the chicken, and I'm just like, damn, you mess up the whole show. But yeah. So man, it was a good good show until that happened. So yeah, I just man, it was man. Oh, I messed up the whole flow, man. I'm still recuperating from that, man. It's just like, yo, you mess up the
I
flow,
love your
man. You
reaction
mess
to
up
certain things, like son. Like even when Gigi was asking you all them questions about relationships, like your face just be so funny. Like I don't think
oh,
you
well, that's
realize
all.
how bashful you get like when people start talking about like relationships or like the conversation of sex or whatever outside of you bringing it up, you be acting like you so bashful and stuff like your face. It's like what?
Well, the thing is, it's funny because when Juju said, I'm going to ask you some hard questions. I thought those were the easy questions. And then I guess whatever she figured were the easy questions to me were the more difficult ones. And I was trying to explain to Trevor, because Trevor accused me of doing a 3-card Monty, those questions aren't so black and white. Because, I mean, and I don't mean to brag or boast, I'm well traveled. So the more you travel, the less your world becomes less just black and white. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of gray areas. And so the beautiful question that she asked me was, what do I consider foreign? And let me elaborate that on a little bit more. When to me, I told Juju, it's based on what you eat, what is on your plate. Now, a lot of African dishes, Jamaican dishes, Haitian dishes are a lot like the dishes over here. That's why I say black people really aren't that different as far as, like I said, I judge based on your food, what you eat. Now, there's some places in the world where they eat squids, they eat goddamn kittens and shit, they eat weird shit. They eat scorpions. That to me is foreign. That to me is foreign as hell, man. They eat cow tongues. That shit is foreign. Now, even though I don't eat chitlins, that's an American thing. That shit is foreign to me. But I'm a vegan, so it's gonna come out kind of,
Let me ask you a question. You brought up chitlins. We all know where chitlins come from.
Right.
Is cooking chitlins a form of Black American spirituality? Based on the definition that readily defines spirituality.
I guess, yeah. That's not my expertise. I guess I would have to yield that over to gynocracy because that's not really my expertise. I would say, yeah, I guess. But, people look at me, you don't know, you're an atheist. You don't know what he's talking about. So I'll have to yield that to the experts.
I got distracted so bad, MD. What was your question? My ADHD head is.
No, I asked him. You said something about chitlins. I asked him, is cooking chitlins part of Black American spirituality?
How can I put this? I mean, it depends because I practice really everything. Like I'm eclectic, but I do know that. And then you gotta remember, I kind of come from an Aboriginal standpoint, and I know that the Aboriginal and my Aboriginal ancestors here, they was eating pig. The people that was all right here, they ain't bother me. But I don't eat.
What Aboriginal ancestors you got?
I'm just saying in general, like that. I believe Black people been here. You find what I'm saying? I'm not going to go into. I believe the slave trade happened because I believe Aboriginals take it too far. But don't say, "Come on, Trey, you don't see my." I believe they take it too far when they say that the slave trade just absolutely didn't happen. That's a fucking lie.
GTO, where your grandmama from?
Huh? She from here.
From here? Where's she from?
What you mean she from? From where? She from here.
What state she from?
All my family raised all my family in Baltimore. I don't really have a lot of family members. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. My family don't even talk about like that, like where we located and shit. Because when you ask about like the family tree and where we located, they be like, it's the Bible. Because a lot of my family is Jehovah's Witnesses. So I ain't even gonna hold you as far as that is concerned. But on my father's side, though, I need to start asking them questions because on my mother's side, they all Jehovah's Witnesses. They don't even get into like lineage and all that other shit. Who said
it's possible. It's possible because, like I said, Baltimore was one of them places where we were pretty much always at. Maryland in general, so it's possible.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, as far as that is concerned, who said something about chitlins though? Where you get chitlins from? Alcazar?
Black Son said something about chitlins. He said he could, he was talking about like, I guess like what's foreign and what's not. He said he considered chitlins foreign because he don't eat them, but we all know where chitlins come from. So.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It's American though. Yeah, it's American. Yeah, no, it's American as apple pie.
It's Black American. It just ain't American. It's Black American specifically.
No, chitlins is eaten around the world though.
Where chitlin, the existence of chitlin, you got to show me a source on that.
I could have sworn I
Chitlins
seen
have
that
been
shit somewhere.
commercialized.
Maybe I'm tripping.
I tell you what, I give you that point, but I'll tell you this. Them black folks that was on that plantation eating them scraps didn't know that.
Chitlins, where did it
They didn't
come?
know it was a delicacy in damn Taiwan somewhere.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Good point.
But
Yeah,
on that
that's a
point,
very
yeah,
good point.
I do agree with you. I do agree with you on that. But I never liked chitlins though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't either.
Pig feet. It's that.
Hell,
all that shit.
I remember waking up on Thanksgiving morning smelling that shit. I don't either.
And then it's like the texture is not even good. Like, have you ever tried and see how chewy that shit is? It's not even good. Like, it's like you might as well just chew on plastic. It's not pleasant. Like, no.
Thanksgiving and Christmas morning, that's what woke your ass up. That's the smell of them chitlins, stinking ass chitlins, boiled in that pot.
Elkatone really said chitlins is good for you. Now I disagree with that. I don't even really eat pork like that for real. I really try.
Al Capone he'll try to tie it into African he'll try to tie it into some African cuisine in a second.
Oh
Right, he ain't got no science to back what he's saying, of course, but I get it. You know, he want to argue culture. I get it, bro, but there's no science to back that chillin' is good for you. In fact, they're bad for you, scientifically speaking, sir.
Everybody knows
So-
we ate chitlins because we ain't had if we wanted to die or liquor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ate the shit. We ate the scraps that the master gave us.
I feel like even now with how the food is prepared anyway, I would like just how I feel like they mishandling shit, right? On purpose to make us sick anyway. Like, can you imagine the weird shit they probably do with the pig? Fuck no. Mm-mm. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's probably like the worst of the worst shit you can eat right now. Well, I say taking it too far. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna lie, I do eat a big egg and cheese sandwich every once in a blue moon.
My grandma, when she made chitlin, she'll start cleaning them the day before, and she'll clean them about 4 or 5 times that day, and then let them soak, and then in the morning she'll clean them another 2 or 3 times before she like actually start cooking.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because you gotta I see people put like some type of apple cider vinegar in it with lemon juice, and they wait till it turn like white, because you know at first it'd be like red. You know, I watch people prepare that. That's too much.
Yeah. I want to answer
Trevor's
question.
Don't be trying to stall. Tell us about this show.
What happened?
No,
So
I was
Trevor
gonna say
said
about the show
she
where
asked. So Trevor, I said I'm not against welfare. I'm not against it. So I don't know why you said I was Shucklebuck, and I don't think you were paying attention. I said, she asked me, was I against? I said no. I think there are people that need welfare, that need assistance. That's what I said. I don't understand what part was I Shucklebuck, and I said I'm not against it. I'm not against welfare. I'm not against public assistance, food stamps. I'm not against none of that stuff. And I said it depends on the state you live in too. Like California is a fucked up state, you know. Georgia, for me, is a better state than California to live in. But let me tell you, there's some states in the U.S. that economy is fucked up, jobs are fucked up, and it's just, yeah, you're going to need some assistance to get by. I'm not against that. But, you know, I'm glad we live in a mixed economy. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad, you know, but I always say you got your red states and your blue states, and you got your states that people want to pick up themselves by the bootstrap and work in. And you got people who need assistance, and I don't know. It's just different situations, you know. So I don't know what part you missed about that, bro. I don't know, but you know, I know you can't join the panel, but you did leave that comment, so I'm just addressing that comment, bro.
Yeah, that's not a shuffle, but you never was the type of person to feel like, you know, welfare, so-called held us back as a people. You just said that people need it because you already know, Black Son, the people that take advantage of it the most is white people. Black Son not ignorant to that shit. The people that commit fraud as far as welfare is concerned is white people. Even still, it's Black women that need welfare, that really need it, and they get looked over. They give all them resources still to white women, white people. Like, what?
Right. That's why,
Even originally, that shit wasn't for Black women. What's going on? Like, come on now. We had, they was reluctant to give us that shit.
Yeah, but in general, I'm not against it. Yeah, I'm not against it in general. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm saying we know all of this stuff derives from what they call the New Deal, right?
Yeah.
With FDR.
FDR, yep.
With the New Deal, you have to understand you wasn't really in mind in particular when it came to what was going on at the time. And for the most part, Black folks were really like the least impacted when it came to the Great Depression, because we were holding our own shit down anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
So with the New Deal, you had all these federal programs, and like I said, at the time they were strictly federal. It was no state welfare. You know what I'm saying? It was all federal.
Right.
So they start building these projects. Well, what we would call today projects and all that shit. You still wasn't in mind when all this shit started to happen, right? A lot of these was like low-rise type apartment complex. Actually, the first quote-unquote project was right here in Atlanta. Perry Home.
Yep.
Was the first. So these was for white folks that was suffering through the Great Depression. They gave them housing, they gave them food, all to get through this shit, right? As time went on, and then they had the Fair Deal, which was supposed to subsidize things in order to get employment back together. You still wasn't in mind, not in particular at that time. Then they started to see, okay, we got these buildings. How are we going to have like a true welfare system that can like last? You know what I mean? So they said, okay, welfare, whenever you get laid off, or you go through some type of economic tragedy or harm, this will be the system for you. That's how it was always supposed to be. It was never supposed to be something that alleviated any pressure on any group of people, or a group of people being relied on. What started to happen was when industrialism started to go down, we were the most impacted then because we was the ones holding them jobs down. Especially in the South and Midwest. You know what I mean? So they had to start building even more projects, having even more welfare programs. And then eventually, through the expansion of the Fair Deal, they had to expand it to the state, where it was going to be state obligation. Once it became state obligation, that's when the shit started to hit the fan, basically.
That's right.
Because the state could dictate who was eligible for these benefits and who wasn't. That's when you start to get like the Crispus Attucks project in St. Louis, where they were the first ones to say, hey, look, we will in the late 60s, early 70s, we're willing to give you these programs, Black women, but your Black man can't be in the house, based on the fact that Black man is a able-bodied person that can still work. That don't make no goddamn sense. There's still my child in the house.
That's right.
But they saw it as an effective way to separate Black families and not try to create I'll use the word commune based off of that social status that we had in them inner cities. They wanted to break that shit up before it even happened, because they knew if we got economic, political, if we made these inner cities a stronghold just for us, it wasn't no getting them back. What the welfare system did was gave them a way out for today, which is gentrification. A way out to when the industry changed, we'll be able to put our white ass back into where you guys are now, if that makes any sense.
Makes perfect sense. And the key element I want to add to that is Margaret Sanger. You know, Margaret Sanger was a lobbyist at that time when FDR was making all that change go into effect. You know, and who was Margaret Sanger? Oh, Planned Parenthood. She believes that, you know, the less desirables shouldn't reproduce. So, hey, always tack that on.
But on the same end, what were we doing? We were expanding 2 or 3-fold, and you know, in the family unit.
Absolutely.
Because we had the jobs to do it. Even during the Depression, we still a major majority, especially in the South and Midwest, a major majority in those industrial jobs. You know what I mean? They was laying off the white folks because the white folks was making all the goddamn money.
Yeah.
We was making what we could. So we were straight. Like the Depression didn't affect us like that. Because hell, we weren't making that much money to begin with. We just know how to use it to our benefit.
That's right. Damn. Woo. Man, good history right there. Good history. Damn. So I hope that answers Trevor's question. Treasure said, I'm not against either. She asked about a timeline. Okay, so again, Trevor, you know, nowadays when they do financial assistance and welfare and whatnot, unemployment, it's because they're expecting you to find a job. Well, if jobs aren't growing, then it's like people really don't understand economics when they be talking about, oh man, they just laying on their ass, this and that. No, I come from a place, Los Angeles, California, where there are no jobs. So I can't, like I said, it depends. I can't compare California to Georgia. Now, Georgia, there's jobs all over the place. Hell, you know what I'm saying? So again, it just depends. It depends on what state you're in, how the economy is. And so I don't know why that's a shucklebuck to you. That's a real life analogy to answer a real life question. How long should it be? Each state is different.
Yeah. You can't even use welfare as no type of that's why I don't like when people like they insert welfare into the conversation when it comes to black plight. Bro, on average, each state is only low to mid 20s when it comes to welfare recipients. So like, what are we talking about? What about the other 75% of people? It's people out here that's not on welfare, that's making just enough money, that still ain't able to provide for themselves, but they not eligible for welfare benefits either. So what about those people? Bro, we got to stop using welfare as the argument. These people that exploit the welfare system, that shit, the number is minuscule, man. But because we look,
I think they mean generational, right? And the generational Section 8, Trevor, or are you talking about the time limit? See, here's the thing about the time limit. You do not just get that money, yo. Even welfare, I ain't gonna cut you off, MD, but you have to go to work activity. And if not, they will take it away. That's number one. Now, as far as generational Section 8 is concerned, they don't tell black people that you can enter a program where you can actually own your house. They figured like, I'm just going to give this house to my kids if they don't make enough or whatever, and they're going to pay $15 in rent, right? Instead of getting their life together and then letting the program, and then the program will put you through college. I knew a lady on here who was on Section 8. Her husband died. She was so happy because she was raised. She's a real estate agent. She said, yo, Section 8 put me through school, and now I work through Section 8 to help other people on Section 8. And now I'm making money. But you know what I'm saying? You have to dig for that information. They go over that briefly through your little briefing session and shit like that. You've been suffering so much to even wait 10 years to even get that voucher. Most people, they not worried about that shit. They just happy to get in the house. My fault, I'm there. You got you up.
And also, you gotta pay in mind, you fucking yourself in the long run, because then they can deem your SSI benefits taxable if you do become generational. So, bro, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. In the end, no matter which way you look at it, you gonna pay the piper. They just don't get you on. They gonna get you through the front, and they gonna go through the ass end either way. So, bro, we got to stop looking at welfare through the eyes of how we see it in social media and TV and the perception of other dumb crackers. You know, we gotta stop doing that.
Now, Juju has an interesting question, y'all. Juju, I prefer you even come on the panel because I don't want to butcher what you're saying, but she was saying,
because the timeline thing is just like weird. And then on top of that, even on Section 8, you eventually come off of it based off your income. You would actually have to work harder to actually stay in a certain low ass tax bracket to actually continue to even pay like, you know, close to $15 in rent and stuff like that and never get off of there, because there is a way that you can you know, end up outgrowing all this shit. You feel what I'm saying? You got redeterminations and all that shit. So it's not, I feel like the motherfuckers, it is ignorant motherfuckers who work hard trying to stay on Section 8. But I mean, it's really hard to, in my opinion, you know, because it's not black and white like how y'all think it is. It's not like, oh, you in there and you can just lay up with your, it's not comfortable either. That's why I'm happy MD made the mention, like, y'all act like motherfuckers not waiting 15 years to even get that voucher. You feel what I'm saying? In that 15 years, them mothers was struggling. You feel what I'm saying? Or by the time they even give them the voucher, it's got to be given to somebody else who really needs it because that person ain't got their life together. You know?
So, Juju, come on the panel because you said something about abusing the system. So I'd like to hear your take on it because I'm well, I mean, I guess I don't know if you want to. Yeah, just come on the panel because I'm trying to see. Do y'all know where she going with that? Because I'm
because white people still make up most of the numbers for who's frauding the system and who's abusing the system, not black people. And they probably get away with it more because they're white.
But what? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna ask a dumb question. So what defines abusing the system? I'm just gonna play dumb. What defines abusing the system? Because apparently they shutting it down not because of Alec Baldwin in New York. They're shutting it down because of blacks and Puerto Ricans there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out how are these poor people abusing the system. Now, if you Alec Baldwin or you some rich person, I get it. Yeah, that's an abuse. But how? I'm assuming that's why I want Juju to come up here because I'm assuming like how do you know? Yeah, let me drop the link because I'm gonna let Juju.
Again, like I said, Black Son, in my opinion, there is no abuse of the system because you're gonna pay the piper either now or later. Which one would you like?
Right. That's why I want to. Yeah, but Juju about to come on. Yeah, because I'm kind of I'm confused what she's saying. Or in the chat. I mean, I know when she get on here.
Y'all, can you actually abuse the system? You know, because MD saying
that's what I would like to know.
Right.
Right. So Juju, I'm assuming she's referring to like black people. When I don't think she's talking about like the white folks. But you know, Juju about to come on now. All right. Hey, Juju.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. No, I understand where Janocracy is coming from. When I asked for a time limit, I wasn't saying, oh, they have to get off in 2 years. What I'm saying is there is people, because New York had a problem with that. I'm not speaking for no other states. Here, they shut down the Section 8 applications because there was a lot of people abusing the system, meaning like, okay, they have 2 jobs, but they still want to pay low rent. So they fraudulent their pay stubs, or they're still sitting on Section 8, or they're still collecting food stamps. There's a lady had 2 jobs. She's currently fighting in court now. She had 2 jobs, making over $65,000 a year on food stamps, and she lives by herself. So why does she need food stamps?
Oh shit!
Yeah, so I'm talking about things.
That's not her fault. That's the system's
fault. That's not abuse. That's
fraud. I was talking
at
about
the end of the day.
Like that. I wasn't talking about like you know, children or anybody who's trying to get on their feet. I'm not talking about them.
Yeah, it's a difference between abusing the system and just committing fraud. So I get that.
Yeah, I hate it for her, Juju. Damn, she's making 60,000, and then she was, oh man, how did that? You know what? I don't even want to. I don't even want
That's
to
what I was
ask.
saying.
I'm
Like,
just
there's
mad
a
she
lot
got
of
caught. She
Well,
recorded.
hell, we
yeah,
are
there's
talking
a
about New
lot
York
of
though. Hell, that still might not be enough.
yeah, that's like there's a lot of
True.
like I said, only over here I've seen it so far. There's like a lot of things like during COVID, you know how a lot of government checks was being automatically dropped in people's bank account by accident. So
Yeah. Yep.
people were spending that money thinking maybe somebody owed them, and now they over there have to owe the government back because that 5,000 was dropped in their account by accident.
Oh shit.
How they do that, I don't know.
Right. That's man. That's crazy. That's a setup, man. I mean, but oh man, I don't know. I've never had money like that drop actually in my account, but so I can't really comment on how I would react to that. I mean, yeah, that is a little suspicious, but damn.
I'm just
I
knocking on my
mean,
door. Hold on, y'all.
okay, no problem, no problem. But yeah, that's damn. I mean, damn. I hate it for that lady, Juju. I hate it for her, man, because they gonna want what they gonna want all that back. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I don't know if y'all remember the PPP loans, man. People, yeah, they going after people now for the PPP loans. So man, damn,
Like
I don't
you'll
know,
be
man.
surprised if you sit in the court. You'll be surprised of how many people online for like frauds like that, and it's a lot. How they got away with it for years is really beyond
Right.
me.
A lot of times, Juju, they let them hang themselves. I don't know, man, because once they run that social security number, oh man, that's ooh. I think they let them do it for so long, man. I don't know, man. But one thing you'll have to watch, I guess, that lady's transcripts, because it'll all come out. Because if they've been following her for a while, it'll come out in court. They're like, oh yeah, we just let her get it, and we've been following her for X amount of years, and oh yeah, we know she was working, and man, they can trace all that shit. You know, unless she work under the table somewhere, that's different. But if she has, it sounds like she has a legitimate job where she has like a W a W a W-10, right, Juju?
Yeah, she has a regular job.
Oh yeah, see that? Yeah, you can't hide from that. Like I said, if you get paid on the table, I can say, okay, yeah, you can go for it. But not that I'm encouraging any criminal behavior. I'm just saying, as opposed to working a job with a W-2, as opposed to getting paid under the table, yeah, that's
And no, I wasn't
all.
only blaming black people neither, because truth be told, there's a lot of immigrants, mainly I know a lot of people might hate this one, but Mexicans, you see Mexican women on the line of welfare a lot, and their men have jobs, and they all a lot of their children are on there. So
Hold
it's
on,
not
Juju.
just
But
black people.
okay, we know they have jobs, but are those jobs under the table or those jobs got W
Those
two?
jobs, they're most likely probably under the table. But I know
Okay,
that I was
so
just saying, I know that, it's not just black people.
no. I get what you're saying, but look at the difference though. You have a job with the Mexican men that get paid under the table, so technically you can't zap them. You know what I mean?
True.
So
And
you got
are those marriages legally tended? You know what I'm saying? You got to think about that too.
Oh, yeah, true. And the name changes, who knows?
Yeah. So I mean, in the eyes of the law in the U.S., they're single. They ain't got no
yeah,
certificate saying they married.
that's a fact. So yeah, like I said, opposed to that lady Juju, like I said, she has a W-2, so they could just run her damn Social Security and they could just trace everything. But the Mexicans, you can't. It's not so easy. You can't just run, Hernandez's or Gonzalez Social Security number and be like, oh no, you working? Nah, they have a whole different system they operate on. I'm not saying all Mexicans operate like that, but I'm just saying the ones that you seeing down at the welfare office and they got a working man. I'm willing to bet Juju. I'm willing to bet you
Oh, yeah.
that they're getting paid under the table. I'll put money on that, sis.
And it's like, again, there's nothing wrong with anybody getting help for food. But if you
Right.
really don't need it, you're taking away from those who really need it. because eventually it's gonna start affecting the people who do need it because of greedy people.
I'm, man, when it comes to food, I know it's real sticky, man, because it's a really touchy subject. So yeah, I mean, you make a good argument. That's a good argument, Juju. I'm not. Hey, I ain't got nothing to say against that, sis. I'm not gonna disagree with you. So yeah, and I can imagine because I've seen the population in New York, man. Like I said, I come from California, and the population there, man, it's a lot of people, and like you say, when you say a lot of people, that's not including the immigrants there. I don't know how Mexicans make it all the way to New York. I get it in California.
Yeah,
how do they make it all the way to New York? Damn.
They like roaches, man.
Jesus Christ.
They like roaches, bro.
Jeez.
I remember it was a time where it was only a small number of Mexicans in the South.
Yeah.
Like Southeast. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yep.
They had their own little neighborhoods and they stuck there. They didn't leave up out of their neighborhood.
That's true. Yeah.
Now they everywhere.
Well, I mean, they really don't have to leave Gwinnett. Hell, that's State County. Shit, Gwinnett County, man. I can't remember last time I seen a white person.
They need the Koreans need somebody to make their 10-piece lemon pepper wet, so they done took them jobs.
Yep. But I mean, let me ask you, MD, has Gwinnett always belonged to the Hispanics?
I mean, you had certain parts like Gwinnett, no. Certain parts of Buford Highway, yeah.
Okay. So like, let me be specific. Okay, so I'm glad you. Okay, so Jimmy Carter, Buford Highway, Singleton Road. Were there not Mexicans always there? Singleton Road.
It used to only be Buford Highway.
Oh, so you just said just that strip?
Yeah, Jimmy Carter actually used to be kind of like a black neighborhood.
What?
When I was little.
No.
It did.
Damn. Shit. Okay.
You had Koreatown over there. You know what I mean? Like they was always there, but the Mexicans wasn't over there like that.
No, but
because Jimmy Carter used to have a lot of apartment complex.
Right.
So black folks was living in those apartments.
But it's not making no sense, MD, because if you had Buford Highway in the Strip and then you had Mexicans, those Mexicans had to live somewhere, right?
But yeah, they expanded.
Oh,
they used to be just on Buford Highway.
Just on the Strip itself? Yeah.
You had apartments on Buford Highway. Well, you still do.
Damn. So now, MD, I got to ask another question, bro. Clarkston, man, you see nothing but goddamn Ethiopians and Somalians, man. What the, yo?
Well, that happened when the Civil War happened. Remember, the Civil War happened, and they granted all these Somalians asylum, and they put them in the hood with us. Clarkston used to be a hood.
Okay, I can see that. But how did Ethiopians get here and the damn Somalians?
They gave aid. The U.S. gave aid to them, and they granted them asylum.
Oh, they've been there that long?
Yeah. The Somali Civil War happened mid-90s?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, that's why they just I like that. Where they come from? Out of nowhere. They just came out of nowhere. I'm like, where did they people come from?
That, bro.
Oh,
they did them just like they doing the Ukrainians and the Mexicans now. They giving them asylum, and they gave them housing vouchers and shit, and put them in our neighborhood.
See, this is what
and gave them money, that's how they got in the position they in now with their own stores and shit, because the government gave them the money to do it.
Right.
Government didn't get a Negro nothing.
Right, right, right. And this is what Sister Noble was talking about. She's like, damn, how you giving, like, like we sit up here talking about welfare and all that and people going to court and fraud and all that, but then you got these goddamn Ukrainians because of Joe Biden's dumbass, Ukrainians and shit getting free housing. I was like, damn, what the hell Sister Noble talking about? Shout out to Sister Noble. I was like, what the hell is she talking about? But yeah, it's true. But then, yeah, man, you got these people coming over with these vouchers. So where they get the money for all that?
Government gave it to them.
Taxpayer gave them our goddamn tax dollars. Damn.
I went to school. I grew up and went to school with several other Somali refugees.
Oh, you did? Okay, shit.
Yeah, I did. Matter of fact, I even went to school with a guy from where was that? Kosovo, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
I grew up with a person from Kosovo. They put them people in our neighborhoods too.
But wait. You went to school in Decatur, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, but we talking about Clarkston. That's a whole. That's.
No, they weren't just in Clarkston. Remember?
Oh,
in Decatur. So where I grew up at, we had the projects across the street from the high school. They put some of them in the project.
Oh, they did.
Yeah. They put, like I said, they was putting them wherever it was vacancies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Clarkston used to be a shithole.
Right.
So they put them there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They gave them all the abandoned housing over there. Gave them all that shit.
Damn. Yeah, Trevor said, Black Sun, there's a video on Twitter where Biden laid out a package for Ukrainians much better than anyone over here getting it. Yeah. Sister Noble did a video on that.
He just did it a couple days ago. He did a surprise visit, remember?
Yep, he sure did. Yep, 2 days ago.
Did a surprise visit and laid it all out.
Tell him about it. Tell him about it, MD. Along with another 86
you would have thought they was all slaves. That's what you would have thought.
Damn, man. Shit.
Nobody asking where this money coming from.
No.
Ain't nobody asking how we gonna pay reparations to the Ukrainians. Ain't nobody saying that shit.
No.
Soon as a nigga talk about reparations, how we gonna pay that?
Good point.
We ain't got no money for that.
Right. Damn, Trevor. I mean, damn, MD. Goddamn. That's that's a very great argument, man. Definitely a greater push for reparations. Right. That's our money. Hell. Goddamn.
So yeah, man, that's what we face with right now, man. And that goes back to my point. We got to stop looking through the lens of these white folks when it comes to shit that we need or shit that we get.
That's right.
We got to stop like bringing it from that perspective and just bring it from a perspective of common sense and what social equity is in this country.
That's right.
Like that shit ain't got no color. You know what I mean?
No.
So we gotta stop like stereotyping the shit and use it for what it is. Especially when it comes to welfare. Cause yeah, I'm an individual, so I'm a capitalist, but I understand that people go through shit. You know what I'm saying? And you're not just gonna leave them out in the dust.
Well, that's what I was explaining to Trevor. Yeah, man. I mean, it's not black and white. Just because, I vote a certain way or I believe a certain. No, I'm saying no. Exactly. So, like I said, I've been to multiple states, and each states have their own economy. They all have their own numbers on unemployment, employment, jobs, and all that. So, yeah, every state is different. Every state is different, man. And politically, every state is different. So, just like Venkat was mentioning, your poorest red states, like Kentucky.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Go to Eastern Kentucky or go to West Virginia and go ask them folks why you still on welfare, because they ain't got no goddamn job, they ain't got no way to get no job, ain't no job.
No.
Like it's like some of these white folks in the country, you think we fucked up.
Man,
go to these places where it ain't nothing around for miles and miles.
Ben Kid, how did them people even go to the hospital, man, up in the Appalachian Mountains? Where the fuck they go?
I mean, they got. So the last time I was in West Virginia was like a couple months ago. West Virginia, it's got some urban there. I don't like the state as a whole.
Right.
Like if you go to like Charleston, West Virginia, which is the capital, it's a lot of black folks live in Charleston actually.
Right.
Charleston, West Virginia. What's another place? Huntington. I think that's where like the school is at, the university. I mean, you got some urban areas, but the rest of that shit ain't nothing but mountains and goddamn and like incest. That's it.
Right.
Bro, do you know why West Virginia incest is so high? Because they so isolated from the mountains. They ain't got no choice but to screw each other.
Damn, that shit real. Damn.
You irky.
No, it's actually fact. I ain't, the shit funny, but it's true.
Damn, I don't mean to laugh.
Like real talk.
Do you think that's the poor man's action? Like, because people be saying, like, just having sex. Like, like they say that when a man is left to do nothing or whatever, they said that he just had sex all day. Like, you feel what I'm saying? People without, people with idle time, basically. Do you agree with that?
What else you gonna do? If you leave me and you, if you and me is in somewhere and ain't nobody else around, we ain't got no way to get no goddamn well. What else we gonna do?
Really?
Like real talk. Like this, and if I was president, like it's certain parts of the country where the shit is it's uninhabitable. Parts of West Virginia is uninhabitable, but white folks still there. Remember, West Virginia was part of Virginia before the Civil War. When Virginia succeeded, part of West Virginia didn't want to do that, so they split. West Virginia went to the north, Virginia went to the south. So what that did was that broke up a lot of the equities and the subsidies that some people was getting. That's why West Virginia is so fucked up. They was living off basically living off the rich that was coming from like Richmond and Norfolk and shit. That's where they got their funds from. But when they split up, they ain't had shit to do. After the Civil War, they created the coal industry, right? A lot of the coal industry was in West Virginia because they got all the caves and shit up there.
That's right. Yep.
But you can only do that for so long. Now it ain't no more. Like coal miners was one of the highest paying jobs at one point.
Yeah.
And they were still living fucked. They was making over $100,000+ in the caves and really didn't have shit to do with the money.
Damn. Goddamn.
So they was like, yeah, we'll pay you good money. You're gonna die in your 40s.
Hell yeah.
And y'all ain't gonna build shit with it. So what?
So wait, where all that wealth go?
Made a killing.
Where all that wealth go?
Back to the power companies. Because remember, they at the time they was trying to come up with so like in the 70s, like when coal really started to go down in the 70s, like in the 80s, they was trying to create more transportation lanes. They were like, look, we only got so much coal left. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna invest more money in transportation of coal to other places like Ohio River Valley, shit like that.
Okay.
So a lot of them people that, and most of them were died off, they wives or their children were getting pensions. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah.
So they was like, hey, look, are y'all willing to invest in these trade routes? Well, not trade routes, but these transportation routes of coal, so we can provide power to these other places. And they invested in it, and then that shit went down. You know what I mean? So people
Yep.
lost
Yep.
money. What West Virginia is what I think it's the second or third poorest state in the union, something like that. How when
Yeah.
everybody was coal miners making over $100,000?
Right. Exactly. Good point. Yeah. Good point. Damn.
I mean,
Hey, can y'all hear me? Okay.
folks,
Okay. Yo.
yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, folks was
Oh, okay.
like
Okay.
basically willing to say, hey, look, I know I'm gonna die early. I'm gonna get mesothelioma or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah. That's it.
But as long as I'm able to provide for my family, it's okay. People were actually saying that. They were like, fuck it, I
Damn.
die early, fuck it. My kids gonna be good, whatever. And they shitted the money down the toilet trying to invest in a new industry, which didn't work.
Damn. Shit. Man, that's crazy, man. Yeah, then uh and I'm sure all them people died before they started having the commercials that you suffered from Mr. Yomil and call Ted
I
Nugent.
mean, folks been dying, yeah. Folks been
Yeah.
dying in the cave since like power. When power was invented, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers was
Yeah.
dying
Yeah.
off, If they wasn't dying from the mesothelioma, they was dying from the damn cave in with you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yep. That's right. Damn. Shit. Oh, god damn. God damn. Shit, y'all. Man, Trevor, MD, I keep calling you Trevor,
Now, why you
man.
keep
Why,
calling me
man?
Trevor, man?
Man, I guess Trevor
Don't
be
play with,
be
don't play with
bugging me in the
MD.
chat. MD, sorry about that, MD, man. I'm sorry about that, man. No, man, Trevor be trolling me, man. God damn. He be trolling me in the damn
MD,
chat.
you never. MD, what happened?
What happened with what? What happened? No, what you talking about?
Listen, your maturity is top tier, but I want to know what happened because I'm really shocked that Yanga went over there still.
I guess we can segue into that. I don't know why. Like I said, when I saw Lex was live, I was looking at it, but like I said, I was in a bad area at the time because that's when the whole chicken debacle happened. So I was in a bad area. So I dropped off from your panel, GTO, and then you was gone, so I couldn't get back on the panel. Actually, I was asking for the link, but you was going to go get your kid from school, so I was fucked up. So then later on, after I got out of that bad spot, I saw Lex was on. I was like, let me see what Lex talking about. And in the beginning, he was doing his usual dark side rhetoric. Then I came back, and then I saw Yanga was on. I don't know how Yanga got on there. I'm like, oh shit, Yanga on. For the most part, they were talking about Black land. That was the topic. It wasn't no insulting or no shit. It was actually a good conversation. They were talking about Black.
Oh, I know, but I mean, I know, but I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they were talking about Black land, and like I said, I already knew Yanga position. Yanga came with the position that we're all Black Americans, despite any social cultural differences. That's Yanga term. You know what I mean? So I said, okay, let's see where it goes. So I listened in. Like I said, he basically drilled Lex down to the point where Lex just simply said that you could come and spend your money in Black land, but you weren't deemed a citizen of Black land if you, let's call it, and I forget the term, some Swahili word to you, Mzungu, some shit like that. He said Mzungu is the person that basically exude the characteristics of the white man, which would include the Abrahamic faith. So,
Jesus Christ.
So Yanga told him, say, hold on, wait a minute. Who's this about to get ready to come on here? Oh, that's Trevor. He put the Jamaican flag.
Yeah. Okay, that's Trevor. Yep.
So yeah, so Yanga told him. So basically, what you're doing is you're creating, and it's neo-colonialism in the reality that Yanga see it. Basically, what you're doing is you're going to exclude certain group of black people from black land simply because of they religious orientation or what have you, right? So
Right.
he basically shucklebuck Lex down to the point where he said,
He's a
okay,
strap or what?
what was that?
That's Trevor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, damn, my
So
bad.
he shucklebucked him to the point where Lex just simply said, you could be a citizen of black land, but because you're of your Mzungu status, you won't be allowed basically any legislative position in black land. Then he said you couldn't vote if you was an Mzungu in black land. You could be a citizen. So I'm like, so hold on, wait a minute.
Hey, you can be a citizen, but you can't vote. God
Yeah,
damn.
you can't vote. I'm like, damn, did we just get finished going through that about 60 years ago? Like, goddamn. So that's what Yang was saying. Yang was saying, so we're gonna have to do a whole another civil rights movement in black land. So I was like, yeah, in a nutshell, yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. and then Kofi was on there. You know, Kofi, he came back with the no homosexuality and the no, you know, his usual rhetoric.
Right.
So I'm like, bro, so again, and they try to deny, like I said the other night, they try to deny, bro, you trying to create a 1% in black land to get away from the 1% in America.
That's right. Yeah.
That's what you're doing. Like, bro, I keep telling you, man, the more and more these people talk, the more and more they exude what they say they hate.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
Right,
he shucklebucked you to the point where, like, you try to talk about this elitism, capitalism, you know, jargon, but then turn around and say, I can only spend because I'm a Christian or a Muslim or a Jew, I could come to black land and go to a black world, but then I got to leave.
Right.
Like, what the hell? Is that not capitalism? You taking my money and I'm not able to cycle it no type of way. Is that not capitalism?
Crony. Man, that's crony capitalism. Shit.
like what are we talking about here?
Damn.
Then you gonna say because I'm a Christian, Muslim, or Jew, I can't vote. So I'm only granted partial citizenship. No. But I still got to pay the black tax. So that's no taxation without representation. I'm like, bro, like if that you doing Jim Crow 2.0 in black land.
Right. Now, let me
Jerome
ask.
Crow.
Yeah. So let me address this real quick. Everybody feel like Black Sun went off to run from some smoke. Well, didn't we address Kofi? Didn't we address because I thought that's what we were addressing.
No, I'm saying people not gonna say it, but that's how they feel. People not gonna say nothing, but I feel like that's how they feel.
Well,
because that's what that stream was about. You already know what that stream was about, so I just feel like that was weird. But I'm happy that they had a mature conversation. I'm not mad. I mean, I'm happy that it wasn't a whole bunch of nigger shit when he went over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like I said, I don't know the beginning. Lex was on for a while before Yanga got on there, so I don't know what was said beforehand because, like I said, I couldn't hear it because my shit kept buffering because I was in a bad area, so I couldn't hear it. I don't know what was said. Maybe I need to go back and watch the whole stream. I don't know what was said at that point. So, you know, I can't speak on that. All I can speak for on the part where Yanga was on. I mean, the title of it was Enemies of something. I forget what the title was. So obviously he was addressing something. What he was addressing, I don't know.
Right. Probably Enemies of Blackland or Lexland shit.
Yeah. I told you, man, Blackland, kids free on Sunday.
Oh man, I appreciate that, Juju. Appreciate that, man. We got to do that interview again too, man. Like I said, when you let me know. Let me know. We definitely got to do that again. So,
Oh, another thing he said about the whole religion thing. He was like, Yang was basically telling him, hey, look, it don't matter what you do. Like, people are gonna conform to the type of shit that they want to do. You're not gonna be able to stop homosexuality. You're not gonna be able to stop nobody from practicing their religion. Then he said, well, you could do that in your own home, but around black land, you're gonna have images of Stimya and the Orishas and all that stuff.
so then there's that's a contradiction. Then there's no freedom of religion.
Is that so? So correct me if I'm wrong, Black Son. If I got to hide to practice my religion, yet you throw your state sanctioned religion in my face, what is that?
That's a theocracy. That's not a freedom
Okay,
of
all
religion.
right.
Yeah.
I was just checking.
Yeah, that's not freedom
I
of
was
religion.
just checking.
Hell no. Hell no. No, that's what they not getting, man. That's why I don't understand. I don't understand why they don't get that. Like I don't understand, but they'll yell and say, "Oh, you thinking like the white man?" No, that's just freedom. Freedom is universal. Trying to put it on the white man, I think that's a cop out. That's a straight up cop out, man. That's man. No, black people had their hands in the Constitution. I don't know why we missing that either. Because I hear people the narrative. Oh, well, they didn't have us in mind, but then we only inject John Henson when it's convenient for our arguments, our narratives. That's what we're doing. Because I know the blacks.
I'm pretty sure they didn't have the majority of people that's in the country today in mind when they wrote the Constitution. They didn't know the shit was going to expand and grow to the point where it is now. You just feel some type of way about it because you want to throw it specifically on you, which I totally get it. I'm not saying that I don't, but the way the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, the way the Declaration of Independence was formed, made a gateway for your black ass. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. That even if they had slavery on the mind, it's they fuck up not putting it in these documents.
Right.
That's their mess up. That's the greatness of what we call the Constitution today.
Right.
That you're able to amend it and shape it based off that foundation.
Right.
There wouldn't have been no 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment if the wording was different in the Constitution.
That's right.
They wouldn't be able to put them amendments in there. So why are you hating on the amendment?
That's what I can't figure out. Why they want to keep going to the worst part of it. But like you said, you talking about, man, yeah, because they didn't have us, man, that actually worked to our advantage. And not only is it work to our advantage, you got foreigners coming over here, goddamn, making that work to their advantage too. So it's like, damn, how are we missing the boat? How are we missing the train? How are we missing that? We keep harping on, well, the black man didn't have us in mind, but Westworld ain't thinking about that shit. They thinking about how can we goddamn take advantage of this free country with this free market, with free trade. How can we take advantage of this shit? And they doing it and wondering why these people bypass us. I don't get mad at them people. I get mad at the people goddamn sitting around goddamn moping and talking about, oh my gosh, and crying about the shit. Because if it's working for the Chinese man, the African man, the Mexican man, then apparently it's not white supremacy then. Again, the richest people are not white people. They're Asians. So what are we talking about here?
Here's another historical fact for you, Black Son. So during the days of the Revolutionary War, it was a dude, George Washington, he was a general.
Yeah.
It was a dude, it was a Frenchman, by matter of fact. That came, part of the French helped with the colonial army here in the Revolutionary War. It was a Frenchman.
That's right.
His name was the Marquis. What was his first name? Oh, Marquis de Lafayette. He was one of the generals in the Revolutionary Army, in the colonial army. He actually told George Washington, because like him and George Washington was tight. after the Revolutionary War, he told Washington, he said, hey, look, man, the way the wording needs to be, it needs to be equal for all people. You need to put on there the wording of it. And he was basically trying to get them to free the slaves. Is basically what he was doing. George Washington, of course, denied it. But he went on to fight. He went on to fight. Some people coin him as the first abolitionist because he went against Washington at that time, try to free slaves. As a matter of fact, he eventually moved like outright to America. I believe either Virginia or Delaware, one of them. He actually bought a plantation and bought slaves just to free them. So those were some of the first freedmen in the country. Was from a French man.
Wow.
Marquis.
Okay. Damn.
See, this is the type of history that you got to know in order to know where we are in this country. Bro, the Constitution mean what it say. You can't say that white supremacy is putting like if you put a UV light on it, it got some more shit on there talking about not no niggas though. It don't work like that.
Right, no.
So you can't reword what the Constitution says. You got to read it. If that's what it say, then you go to court and present your case.
That's right.
On anything that's constitutional. Niggas just refuse to do it. You got a defeatist attitude, like Yanga say.
Yeah.
And you would just up, jump, and leave. That go to another point. Lex said when he was talking to Yanga yesterday, he was like, oh, like people think black land is going to be this land where all 40 million of us going to go. He said it can only be 5,000 people. Then, segueing into a next conversation, he's talking about making trades with Russia and China to get weapons. I'm like, huh?
Oh wow.
I'm like Russia trying to go give 5,000 niggas some anti-air missiles. Like what we got going on here?
Right.
on top of that, what kind of economy, what kind of industry is 5,000 Negroes gonna make by themselves on the island somewhere?
Right. What kind of export they gonna offer? Right. Rap music. I guess rap music. They gonna trade weapons for goddamn rap music. Come on now.
I guess. Yeah, they gonna write 16 balls for an anti-air tank missile. Bro, like that's how, like I said, man, nigga babble, man. We got to stop doing this, bro. We got to.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
We got to stop doing it, man. Like we need some sources. We need some shit written down.
Yes, sir.
We need something, man. Because this ain't gonna work no more. It just ain't.
Nah. Mm-mm. Damn. Yeah, days of nigga babble got to be over with, bro. Hell yeah. God damn.
That's my fight here on YouTube, man. No more nigga babble.
That one nigga babble. Oh shit. Damn.
And that go to these Hebrews too, man. Probably some of the fathers of nigga babble. These Hebrew debates. I was listening to JJ 7000 this morning. For y'all got on. I'm talking about nigga babble.
Right.
Babbling about nothing. I'm like, bro, like it's cool. Like back in the day, the Bible debates, they were cool because they were something new.
Right.
But now it's just nigga babble.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't evolved the conversation not one iota. I'm like, God damn. You know better than I do, Black Son. The Kemet discussion.
Oh, come on. Not the Kemet discussion, man.
No evolution.
Damn.
No
man, been doing that for 20 plus years, man. Come on, man. No, bro. No. And then get mad at me because I don't want to do a Bible debate. Man, come on, man. We got to do better, bro. I'm too old for that shit.
Yeah, don't want to talk about the socio-economic, political reality that you live in. Don't want to talk about that. But they want you to throw them $20 though in the cash app.
Of course.
They want you to hit super chat.
Right, because they're telling the Bible like nobody else. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. I'm just like, yeah, these niggas for real.
I'm not
can't be
paying.
true.
I'm not paying for nigga babble. I ain't doing that.
No. Mm-mm.
You can babble on your own time.
All right. Shout my man Zero, man. I'm gonna let you go because I don't understand. Every time you go in the chat, I can never understand what your point is, bro. So I'm gonna send you a link. You can jump on the panel and maybe I can get your concept because all this stuff you're saying in the chat, you lost me, bro. I'm lost.
Yeah, he said a thrill junkie. Like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, yeah.
He
You can
said
jump on the
everything
panel,
got to
bro.
be new and relevant. Yeah, everything got to be. You damn right, everything got to be new and relevant. That's the only way to move forward.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand where he's going with that. That's why. Yeah, if you can give us some clarification, because I'm confused. I'm
like
very-
the whole
I'm very-
thing about it is these conversations is not thrilling. They're very boring. So the Bible conversations, it's so personal. People's spirituality is so personal. It gets so ugly. So that's why people want to see it, so bad. So you're really the thrill junkies is the people who keep having them same fucking debates. Right? Instead of just if you really want to wake the people up and you feel like, okay, it's still too many religious people in the community, you can just post lectures or videos separate from that debate. But that's getting old, my nigga. Don't nobody and it's still other topics that black people aren't privy to. We privy to what the Bible is. Motherfuckers still in that Bible, they already know that shit is fairy tales. If you're not looking at that shit from an esoteric standpoint, you really taking too long to get yourself together spiritually or mentally. Okay, let's just be honest. That it's too much information. We in the age of information, but the information about politics, black people is still lost on. Even just in discussion. But yeah, yo, that's all I want to say. I'm cooking right
now. Yeah, go ahead, Trevor.
Hey, yeah, I know I'm popping, man, but I just wanted to say this real quick. That's what I was trying to tell you, GTO, a couple of weeks ago. You was talking about how much people Sonetta got in this chat and everything, and you thought that I was throwing shade at them. All I was saying was they talk about the same shit. Everything is Bible, Bible, Bible. That's all I was saying. They haven't evolved any type of conversation from what they've been doing 2 years ago since I came on. That's all I was saying. I wasn't trying to throw shots at anything like that. I was just saying they don't talk about anything else. And that's why platforms like this have the ability to be great, because we could talk about anything. We could talk about wrestling. We could talk about politics. We could bring religion in if we want to, but we're not limited to one thing. When you take that religion from them, they die. They can't talk about shit. Nothing else. Nothing. That's all I was saying.
Bro, I remember around the same time I started getting hip to Angel Snupnut, maybe a year afterwards when I got hip to Sonetta. I thought Sonetta TV was the greatest thing on YouTube, period. Because nobody tell me different. I'm like, now this the shit right here. Then he started getting more organized with it. Started doing like the formal debates and shit. I was like, oh yeah, he done took over. If you ain't watched Sonetta, what you doing?
Yeah.
Another couple years went along. I'm like, all right, man, it's cool. Not at that time, like that's when the Hebrew versus Kemet shit really took off. Like around like the Kemet on trial and all that. I was like, all right, that was cool. Let's see what the next thing gonna be. The shit didn't never change from there, because Kemet on trial showed Sonetta that's gonna be the workhorse. That beating down the Bible Israelite shit, that's his moneymaker. He not gonna move away from it no matter what you tell him, no matter what anybody else do. That's the moneymaker. And that's what he's been doing ever since. So I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You had your time. You'll always be considered one of the pioneers, but other than that, yeah, I'm straight.
And again, I still listen to his platform. But let's look at this. I saw a debate 2 days ago. You want to know what the topic of it was? Is it a
What's
sin
that?
to smoke cigarettes? Is it a sin to smoke cigarettes? That's what we doing in 2023. Like
Baby,
that's what I'm saying, man. Ain't nobody moving. And then when the people come on the panel to question them, they dead ass serious. Like they like your soul is at stake if you smoke cigarettes. I'm like, come on, man. Like this is shit we talking about. When you still look outside, you see all the homelessness, you see all the drugs being used. Nobody talking about that. All we talk about is these mystical books that ain't move us from point A to point B. And that's my whole gripe about everything. So that's why I keep coming on here the way that I do. I'm trying to stir up trouble. I'm trying to cause shit. I'm trying to make people just open your fucking mind and just think about something different. That's what I'm here for. That's the purpose of it.
yeah, I get you, bro. I get you. Like I said, man, at some point in time, the conversation got to evolve to something more meaningful. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have thought it would have happened already, but in the context of talking about something relevant, it's done turned into nigga wars, like manosphere versus womansphere, and goddamn shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Black MAGA coons or Democratic shields, and you know, like even with the goddamn reparations debate, it done went for talking real shit about reparations to FBA. So I gotta put myself or the shit that I follow in the question. You know what I mean? They done turned that into some nigga shit.
Alcatone, I know what you're saying, man. Whatever reason I get on here on my phone and shit sound fucked up. I just wanted to come on and say that, but Wrestling Wednesdays tonight, and I'm telling you, that show that me, Juju, and GTO gonna do Friday is gonna be very triggering. Cause I'm telling you, I'm not holding back. So interest your own risk. That's all I gotta say.
All right, peace, Trevor. Hey, let me ask you a question, Trevor. When you on your phone on the StreamYard, do you have a different tab open, or are you in the StreamYard page?
Oh shit! Hold on, let me see. All right, I closed that on my tabs. It still sound bad, huh?
Yeah, you got StreamYard open?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then yeah, I don't know. Because I know sometimes when I go off StreamYard and I'm talking, it'll do like that.
Man, look at that. Hey, my wife just sent me a message talking about why your mic sound like that. All right, I gotta go.
All right, man. All right, I'll see you tonight, bro.
See you tonight, bro.
She might think your face in between some cheeks or something, man.
Shout out, man. Shout out. Goddamn. Yeah, man.
Yeah, StreamYard need. I don't, man. StreamYard making all this money, man. They need an app or something. StreamYard ain't got an app, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, man. Like,
it's ghetto, yo.
Dynasty, what's up with that?
I don't know. Can I just say this, yo? Like, Trevor, why do you come up here every time you at work to say, GTO, you was gonna accuse me, or I was ready to cuss you out, or I was ready. I don't, Trevor, if I wanted to say something to you, I would just say, if I wanted to cuss you out, I'd just do it. I never was about to do anything to you. You do that on literally all the subjects that you speak on that I disagree with you on. We just don't agree with shit. And then Black Son be backing me up, so I know I'm not crazy. So I'm like, well, sometimes MD back me up. So, like, stop doing that. I don't be ready to drag you or nothing like that for your opinions. You be like, I don't want to say nothing. And then on top of that, your opinions is not nothing that bothers me. You feel what I'm saying? You not hardcore like that. Like I said, I used to be in Manosphere spaces. I got a wrench in a lot of the Manosphere deep red pill talking points. You don't bother me. You think you built like that, and you're gonna bother me. You say little shit. I don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah. Trevor think his shit like so provocative, bro. Like it's provocative. Yeah, it is. But I think Trevor done developed the shield to where he generalized it to the point where he don't want to seem like he's singling out a specific group,
Right.
and that's
And,
cool.
Right.
And that's
and
cool.
he say that he do the whole I don't want to offend nobody because you know I'm hardcore.
Nah.
Like he
Right.
do it as a disclaimer, so you're not saying shit. It's just your opinion. You have the right to your opinion. But when we tell you nuances to that opinion, it almost seems like you be like, what do Trevor be saying? He'll say something like, wow, y'all think that I'm trying to say this. And it's like, no, you're kind of upset because we don't agree with you because you feel like, you know,
Yeah,
that
he
whole
put up the
subject.
plantain shield.
What you say? Did you say a plantain shield?
He said
Yeah, that's
plantain.
what
Now,
he
you know,
put.
oh, you wrong for that. Hey, shout out to Trevor, man. No, Trevor, y'all gotta understand. Trevor is still new to YouTube, so he think he doing this shock jock. He think he
Right.
doing
He's
some.
not no
Man,
shock jock.
man,
He said it. That's
yeah,
what
man.
I was looking for. You know what's the shock jock? Raw Brax. And Raw Brax got 1,000 in his chat. You know what I'm saying? If you was to really, like, don't even get me started on shock jock nigga babble. Okay?
Right.
That's some shit that's like going to get you cussed out. And so I've heard some extreme shit. And really, if you want to be honest, people just sat there and didn't just watch Raw Brax. People didn't cuss him out and try to challenge him when he was talking about shooting up a school bus and all that other shit. It's sad, but I'm just like, Trevor, go ahead somewhere, sir. You're not built
Bro,
like you a teddy
I
bear.
put it to you like that, Trevor. And Trevor, you on Twitter, man. When you come on tonight, bro, I got to give you my Twitter handle, bro. I can
Yeah.
take you to the spaces on Twitter. You think that shit Mike did last week was extreme, bro? I can take you to some FBA spaces on Twitter, or some African spaces on Twitter. You talking about a war, bro? Like them, they don't give a fuck on Twitter. Ain't no filter. Ain't no getting your channel blocked, no shit like that on Twitter. Bro, them FBAs and them Africans be going at it, bro. They be going at it. That shit what Mike did last week, that's times 10. Talking about black folks in America. And these is African people.
Yo.
Like saying it straight up. Like black Americans ain't shit. That's why we come over here and they do that. Like
Yeah,
on
they
some
be talking
Akata
real
shit.
greasy. Yeah.
Straight up calling you a don't call you no nigga, call you a Akata. You ain't shit. You the lowest of the low. You know what I mean? They'll tell the FBA that straight up. So yeah, man. Hey, like I said, that's why I don't get offended by it, because I done heard way worse.
Africans be going at each other. Oh, I'm reading Juju comments, my fault. It be Pan Africans versus Africans. That's crazy. That's still weird to me that they be beefing. Which I've never seen that beef.
Why is that? Why is that weird?
I mean, it just seems so weird. I mean, I know it happened because I know Africans say some mean shit to us, but the way Pan Africans run their mouth, it just seemed like after they just, be dick riding so hard, it seemed like the Africans be like, my brother, but that's not what happened. Like, based off what Juju said. I was like, I just never seen that interaction before. I would like to, though, so I can laugh.
Bro, on Twitter, the whole continent of Africa will team up just to go against FBA on Twitter. The East Africans, the West Africans, they all conform and gang up.
Oh, I believe
especially
that.
the East Africans. The East Africans, they be tripping.
Oh yeah, the Somalians and they the worst, man. Goddamn, they the minimum of them mofos, boy. But hey, I still think Somalians and Ethiopians are goddamn Arabs to me. They look like Arabs, but hey, that's just my opinion.
Hey, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Black Son.
I'm glad you say.
That goes back. Okay.
Yes.
That area was that we talking about Sudan. We talking. Let's just Southern Sudan. Let's just say Southern Sudan.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'll say Northern Sudan. That Somali, Ethiopian, Eritrean area.
Yeah.
Was all considered what at one point in time?
That's right.
It was considered Ethiopia, all of it in totality. Before then, we're talking about like a Cushitic type people. You know, you can go back far as in Kemetic times when we're talking about that specific people that were distinct from the Egyptians.
Right.
Oh, you can't tell me when no mixing going on at the time. So
Right.
if it was mixing going on at the time, what does that tell you about Egypt? Not just Egypt, but the whole of North Africa.
Right. Right.
That
Absolutely.
obviously these people look different from the Cushitic people that was in that region. If that's the
fact.
case, what do we call Egypt? Is it still black? That's what you said it, not me.
That's why I don't identify with nothing Kemetic and all that. I'm like, yo, them people look like Arabs, man. And I look at, like I said, I'm not too far from Clarkston, and them people, man, they features look straight Arab, bro. They noses, they cheekbones, yo, they look like Arabs. They look like Arabs. Goddamn, there's no way around that shit. Ethiopians and goddamn Somalians, they look like fucking Arabs.
So here's the question. So we know what a quote unquote Arab looks like.
Yes.
Is an Arab an amalgamation of people, or is that a race?
I would say amalgamation.
Okay. If you're saying it's an amalgamation of people,
yeah,
you have to then come to a conclusion based on logic that those were some fair skinned. Let's not even use the word white. That some fair skinned people were involved somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
We know that from Egypt in that Delta area, all the way clean across North Africa, all like it ain't nothing but a quick hop, skip, and a jump on a boat, and you'll be where? Across the Mediterranean.
You'll be in Ethiopia, right? Yeah.
You'll be in Italy.
Italy. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
you'll be in Greece.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
You'll be in southern. You'll be in Southern Europe.
Yeah.
So was those people white folk?
Right. Yeah.
Or what we would consider white today?
Right.
I'm just saying.
I would say so.
You're not gonna tell me the Mediterranean River split on one side white people, on the other side black people. Hell no, I ain't going for
it. I'm not going for it either. No. No, them people mixed. They goddamn bred with each other.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
I would agree. From the furthest annals of time, I would say that shit.
Yeah.
Straight up. And I know that shit unpopular. I know it.
I mean, but it's science. I mean, you talk about geographical. I mean, people moving around. You know, people are nomadics by nature. So no, I mean, I don't understand why people. They just be. Oh man, they be arguing just for the sake of arguing sometimes, man. That's why I had to goddamn divorce myself from the whole Kemet conscious, all that shit, bro. I'm like, at a certain point, y'all just not making even common sense. They're not making no common sense. It's like, yeah, those people don't even look the same. Like those Egyptians they talk about, if they looked at us today, we wouldn't recognize them. They wouldn't recognize us.
Exactly.
But that's all races. That's all races. Except for the Japanese, all races are amalgamation of goddamn different races, bro. We're not even, the Europeans over here don't look like nothing like the Europeans in the goddamn 14th century. They don't know. They don't. Because a lot of Europeans over here have black blood in them. Right. Hell, you know what? I will go as far as to say even goddamn, because, I remember this professor, this guy on Experts on Samurai, he said in order to be a samurai, and this is Japan, you have to have a drop of black blood in order to be a samurai. So I'm like, goddamn, if a place like Japan was being amalgamation, meaning they have black people, in order to be a samurai, that means every place, they're mixing, man. So yeah,
what was the group of people that they called the Japanese? They kind of looked at black. God damn, what did they call them? They fought in the war too.
The shoguns? You talking about the shoguns?
No. I'm talking about even up until like the early 20th century, like early 1900s. They fought in the war and everything. Damn, what was they called, man? shit, I forget what they call. You into like kung fu shit? You ever seen Yip Man?
Yeah.
You remember the scene in Yip? You remember the scene in Yip Man, the Japanese general?
Yeah.
He was talking there. He sent all the karate dudes down, and Yip Man fucked them all up.
Yeah.
They called him something in that movie,
Okay.
like because he had like black blood in him. I forget what the fuck they called him. But they also had their own separate regiments in World War II.
Oh shit. Yeah. I don't know.
I gotta look that up. That'll be something I look up later on. I have it for Wrestle Wednesday.
Okay,
But bro,
okay.
you can't escape mixing, bro. Motherfuckers gonna
No, you
start
can't,
walking.
no.
They gonna get somewhere and see somebody else, and they gonna look exotic to them, and they gonna want to screw it. That's
Yep.
how the world works.
Just human nature, right? That's just human nature,
Yeah.
right? Like you said, unless you trapped up in the Appalachian Mountains, that's different.
Yeah, and you can't walk. You know what I mean?
Right. But if you're in a big city where you can commute from point A to point B, yeah, you're gonna goddamn cross mix. Your blood's gonna be cross mixed, and black people are not the same. Black people of ancient time, white people are not even the same people of ancient time. In fact, Mexicans didn't exist at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? They were goddamn
No,
Native
yeah,
Americans.
they were Aztecs and Mayans and
Yeah.
all that shit. They didn't look the way they look now.
No, hell no. No. They're mixtures now. No, they got all kind of mixtures going on now, man. They're like hell.
As a matter of fact, I seen a documentary a couple years ago. It was talking about phenotypes and how the phenotypes done changed and all that. They went to each like area of the world. They started talking about Mexican.
Yeah.
They were saying the average height of a Mexican male is like 5'6", 5'5", 5'6", very short.
That's a fact.
Like I'm short for my phenotype. That's because I know at some point in time it was some type of mixing going on.
That's right.
But they were talking specifically about the Mexican. They was like disproportionate to the Mexican male. A Mexican female on average height is around 5'8", 5'9". Way proportionally taller than damn near most of the females in the world.
Right.
So they was like from a mating standpoint, how was that possible? If you look at like the ancient ways of people having sex, it was usually like missionary is some new shit.
Right.
So they
yeah,
were
that's
saying
true.
the ancient way of having sex was actually like doggy style. So they was like, so because of the disproportion of Mexican men and Mexican women, it would have been like difficult for mating. So they was like, how did this come about? Then they went to the conquistadors. The Spanish was proportionally smaller than everybody else. So they was like, because of the mixing, the phenotype changed
So you saying they got bred out?
in a way.
Damn. But we can't look at that like, oh my God, because that's been happening all over the world. So I mean, but damn, the way you broke that down, I didn't even think about that, man. The size disproportion and all that. Damn, bro. Damn. God, I see what you're doing. Y'all damn quiet.
My fault. I ended up eating, and then I was ended up searching, just searching for some gifts and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Nothing
All
for
right.
real. I'm listening in though. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to eat something.
Yeah, oh, okay, no problem. I just want to see if you wanted to jump in because I mean, yeah, it's good. It's a good combo right here. Like I said, you're not gonna hear this in the conscious community. You ain't gonna hear this. Now nobody talk like this, man. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but that is interesting. I gotta look more into that too, because I didn't even think about that. How tall are you, MD?
Like 5'8", some shit like that. I may be trying to squeeze an inch in there.
All men do. All men do. What about you, Black Son? You said you
6'2".
6'3". Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm 4'11".
Oh damn, guy, you sure? You
Yeah.
sure? Damn.
Damn. Yeah, I'm about here.
Yeah, I'm short.
You
So-
sure you're not Mexican? You sound like Mexican. That damn short.
You always fucking with me. Yo, that voice is killing me, yo.
But real talk though, if you look at the average Mexican couple, you can go to Buford Highway right now, drive down Buford Highway, Black Star. You're gonna see a short ass Mexican.
Yep.
With this tall ass, like a lot of times she be a brick house. Mexican woman.
Right. Yeah, you're right. I never thought about that. Yeah, the dudes all be short and shit.
A Mexican man be short as hell. Go back when they used to do the stereotype cartoons. What you used to see with the Mexican cartoon? You'd be the short little dude with a sombrero
With the
on.
mustache.
Yeah, with the big mustache. Sombrero be covering his eyes. You can't see his eyes. Yeah. And he got that. It just be a sombrero and mustache. Real talk, you know what's the truth. Because the Mexican man short as hell. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
They said because I just found out the tallest tribe in what is it? In Africa is the Wolof tribe.
The Wolof. That's where Manute Bol come from.
Who?
But he was a basketball player.
Oh shit. Yeah, don't they do the no, I'm getting it mixed up with the Maasai tribe. But yeah, the Wolof. I just looked at them. They came up on my community tab. You know, because I don't know what the fuck going on with YouTube. You say one word, that shit come up on your community tab and everything. The goddamn algorithm on the internet in general is sensitive as fuck. So I already know all this shit gonna come up in my timeline. So yeah, we just went through so many topics just now.
See, and that's the thing. Like niggas need to come with facts, man, and not babble, man. Like we the babble busters here on the arena, man. We ain't. I ain't going for the crazy shit no more.
Oh, MD tired of it, and that's what I came over here originally to get Black Sun in a mess, but now I don't even want to debate that shit no more. Neither I can't even watch them debates no more. Like I'll be trying to watch Sarnetta debates, and I'm like, don't nobody want to see this shit. And then I'm not for nothing. His format is not as good as Solar format. Like the way he set up his debates is in order. Like I don't know. I just need more order.
And he want to do it he want to do them like fight promotions now, where like the debates all like months out and try to build up hype for him so we can get because now we doing the pay-per-view shit. I'm like, come on, bro. Like you got the subscription base to get all these super chats and people cash apping you, bro. And then you gonna turn around and charge a motherfucker for a debate? Come on, bro.
Oh, you talking about for the memberships? Oh yeah.
No. He's charging for the debate. The debate is not gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be on what they do that shit on
Patreon or the membership.
It ain't Patreon. I forgot the name of the website. Eventbrite.
OnlyFans. Oh, not OnlyFans.
She said OnlyFans.
I'm sorry.
I think it's called Eventbrite. It's a website where you can it's like pay to watch.
That's crazy.
That's some bullshit. But I guess you could do it on. I don't see how you could do it on because I don't know how Patreon works, but I don't know if Patreon lets you like stream. I don't know how that shit works. But I think Sarnetta got a Patreon too.
And that's what I knew. That's what I seen him promoting or whatever. But you might be right about just for the debates. But I'm trying to figure out why don't he have a membership if he monetized.
I think he do got a he may have a membership. I don't know. You could tell somebody a member if they shit green, right?
Hold on. What
Like if you in the comments and somebody's name pop up green, I
Yeah,
think that means they're a member.
yeah, that's what it means. You're right. That's what it
Okay.
means. I want to see. Hold on. Let me be nosy. I want to see how much his membership is, so I can come back and talk shit. Hold on. Give me.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, bro, like I ain't gonna never hate
I
on
think it's
nobody.
like $10. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna never hate on my if you doing this shit like every day and like really committing to it, and you know, like if folks feel like they need to donate, like to keep, yeah, I ain't saying don't. Me personally, I
Right.
wouldn't do it because this shit is YouTube. Like you ain't on
Right. Yep.
CNN or no
Yep.
shit. You know what I mean? I think the same way motherfuckers get paid on TV, the same way motherfuckers need to get paid on YouTube. If you got a big enough channel, them advertisers need to pay you. You shouldn't be asking
Right.
me for no
Absolutely.
money, but that's just me. But
Yep.
I'm not gonna hate. I'm not gonna hate on nobody getting no money like that. You know, it is what it is. Especially if you ain't got no damn
That's
job
right.
and this is what you do every day. Like most people that get paid off
Good,
YouTube is.
good point.
But at the
Good
same
point.
time, then you're gonna charge me again for some exclusive content. Fuck all that, man. You
Yeah.
crazy as hell.
Yep.
And then still have the debate, and then still will have like the debate. It depends because I do see him post some free debates for free, and then sometimes they'll take it away and then be like, "Oh, you gotta anybody else, you gotta pay for it." And it's like, bitch, if I really wanted to, I could screen record that shit and go about my day and still get access to it. Fuck you, nigga. I don't like when people do that. I'm not paying for your membership at all. I mean, I really don't do it at all because ever since Taz, I was paying for his membership and he disrespected me because I just disagreed, and I don't like that shit. But as far as that is concerned, I just feel like that's a scam. Is that a scam to y'all? Like
I
you
mean,
put
yeah,
It's
it is, but yeah. Yeah.
I guess you could call it a scam because again, you double dipping. That's just
Right.
like
Yeah.
that's just like folks with Kickstarters and shit like that. Like and that's my thing with Tariq Nasheed. You gonna mean to tell me you're gonna start a Kickstarter for you to get money to produce a film. I pay for the Kickstarter. Then the film come out. Then I need to turn around and give you $20 for said film. You crazy as hell.
Oh, he double
I just
dipping. Yeah. He
yeah.
double dipping.
I
Yeah.
just helped you make the goddamn movie. And then you gonna turn around and tell me I gotta pay for it? Nah, buddy. I won't see it. Or I wait for it to go bootleg. I'm good. All right, good. Who's that we got?
That's zero. That's zero.
Hey,
Oh,
peace and
okay. Peace.
emphasis, everybody.
Peace.
What
What's
up,
going
bro?
on?
Not much, just listening in, man. What's going on with y'all, brothers and sisters?
Hey man, another day, another dollar. That's all it is. But yeah, man, yeah, I guess you wanted to address what was said in the comment to Black Sun, or you want to further expound on it?
I think his connection might be bad.
Can
Zero,
y'all
you
hear
there?
me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah,
Yeah, what was the comment? Somebody
hell,
wanted to say
I
they
don't even remember.
man.
Black Sun, what
About
was that he
thrill.
said?
Well, he was just saying a lot of stuff in the
Some-
I couldn't make out what you were saying, so I just said,
Oh,
come on
you
the
said
panel and
Black Sun is a thrill monster. Now I
Thrill
remember.
junkie. Thrill junkie. No, I was implying whoever it was somebody that said it came off that way to me, like everything has to be new. They didn't say this, but it came off in a way like everything has to be new for it to be relevant.
No,
Which
no,
to me is
not
a common misconception.
everything. When you say new, we're talking about in terms of innovating logic and thought. We understand that you have to look back at the past to realize the reality in which you face now. That ain't what I'm saying. When I say new and relevant, I'm talking about as it pertains to you today. I'm not saying you can't take religion that
I
route.
agree with that then.
But the same old same is Jesus a nigga argument ain't gonna cut it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, and it's just like to me the same thing with the Constitution this and the Constitution that, and the Constitution is the problem and the Constitution is solution. Like it's the same thing. It's the
What do you mean?
different. It's the same type of argument. Like the constructs of it is the same. As far as you're arguing one side that's true, and another person arguing the other side that's true, and you're saying in one sense that God, you can't see God, just as in another sense, you can't see the people that made the Constitution. So all we see is this paper. Just like when we say God created this, that, and the third, well, all we see is people talking about God. You see what I'm saying? Just like
I
all we see
understand.
is
I
people,
understand what you're saying.
yeah, just like
I
all I see
yeah.
is people talking about the Constitution as a solution or the problem. But I don't see nobody, you know what I'm saying, putting in the effort. We're talking about it.
I agree. I agree. I
You see
agree
what I'm
with
saying?
everything you said. Here's the difference. With the Constitution, we're talking about something that pertains to a totality of a people and exuding the Constitution as is written. So that point I totally get. When it comes to the Bible, or it ain't.
It is
That ain't up
pertaining to
for
the
me to
people.
decide. Cause it ain't up for me to decide because I don't take it literal. Meaning I just
Right.
take it as it was culturally emulated through my people, right? But I also
Right. I feel
understand
the same way
it's
about the
words written. Yeah.
Constitution. Go ahead.
How you feel the same way about the Constitution? What you can't culturally
Because
emulate the Constitution.
you was just telling me how there was black people involved in it and helping create it. And they was trying to make a way for other black people, correct?
Yeah. What I was saying was, and I didn't say like people that were involved in the Constitution. I think he was talking about. Then you mentioned Henley,
Yeah,
Black
John
Son.
Henson. Yeah, I
John
just mentioned
Henson,
John
yeah.
Henson. Yeah, yeah. Am I breaking up?
Yeah, I hear
No,
you. You
I
good.
hear you.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, John Henson.
Yeah, and
I was
that's
just
cool.
saying
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying, and that's cool. But when it comes to our reality here in this country, the Constitution is what's written in stone. Just like the Bible is written in stone.
Agree.
It says what it says. Now, the difference is interpretation.
Agree.
I don't believe that it's any interpretation when it comes to the Constitution. But as we've seen throughout the years and years, throughout annals of history, there's constant interpretation when it comes to the Bible.
Agree. I mean, but excuse me. As you said, the Constitution says what it says, which is why they come up with things like what is it? Um, man, not a law. It's similar to a law, like policy. It's like a policy, right? Like the state law is not the same law as the federal law. Like federal law would supersede state law, correct?
Yeah, federal, yeah, in a way. But the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution is written in a way that it allows the states to govern themselves.
How do you govern yourself if you're acknowledging that there's somebody that can come in and supersede certain judgments, certain things you claim that you know what I'm saying, help your
Because
society
the Constitution,
or your
because if
state?
it's unconstitutional, it's going to supersede. Because the Constitution is the law of the land.
So can you explain like the part of the Constitution when it talks about the right to bear arms? What grants you the right and what, you know what I'm saying, takes that right away?
Somebody will have to pull it up. I'm driving, so I can't
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
can't pull it up.
No problem.
Yeah, you can pull it up though.
Oh, let me see. Yeah, I'm sitting here
Let's get to it.
and close. Hold on.
Yeah, let's get to it.
I'm gonna
Hell
look
yeah.
it up now. Yeah. What requirements are needed? Right. I'm
But
trying
yeah,
to
yeah,
find like.
no problem, bro. Take your time.
Oh, good.
Yeah, yeah. While he looking that up, like I said, I don't know,
Mute.
I don't know the direction in which you're going, but what we do understand is it was certain rights and privileges from a state level that we weren't given constitutionally in this society at one point in time. I agree with that, and I understand it. What I'm telling you is, in retrospect, it was unconstitutional. No doubt it was unconstitutional. Because based on the 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment, we were made citizens of the country outright. Now, some people didn't like that. And they conspired and became Confederate against the black folks in order to create like black codes and shit like that.
Well, I
I
mean, look at it logically, right? Like, would you give somebody a bunch of guns and allow them to carry a bunch of guns after you just had them in years and years and hundreds of years of slavery and think that everything's just going to be okay? Like, think about it. You just ruled over people and you're going to give them guns after you said they're free. Like, you see what I'm saying?
I get it.
That's not a wise, logical choice. Right? But
I
it's
get
a fair
what
choice.
I get what you're saying.
But it's fair, right? Which is what we're told the Constitution preaches, though. It's fair to do that, though, right?
It is.
Right. So now I'm pointing out it's fair to do something, but then it's also illogical to do something. Which one do we now go by? Because the Constitution is driven by logic, correct?
The Constitution is driven by logic. I mean,
say logical means. I would say logical.
I mean, I don't think it was founded upon logic. I think it was founded upon the freedoms and the oppression that they faced at that time, that those people faced. Not me, but those people.
Agree. I would agree, right? So that's why I would say it's not changed, but there's other things outside of it that are being added to it. Policies, amendments. You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
give me an example of what policy changed the Constitution.
Like how I mentioned the Constitution, the right to bear arms, but you don't have the right to bear arms if you have certain felonies. Again, going back to that logical point, but if you believe that it's not driven by logic, I believe that it is. All forms of reading are driven by logic. I mean, writing are driven by logic, no matter what it is. But point being, if you're saying that it's not driven by logic, then what is it driven by? Because it's obviously not driven. If it's driven by fair, well, then that's I just showed you an illogical fallacy in being fair all the time, and the fact that you have to give guns back to be fair, to give guns back to people you just enslaved, which then in turn means you're also giving them the opportunity to overtake you and you no longer being a ruler and having a society that you just worked, quote unquote, this hard for, and your people before you worked, quote unquote, this hard for. So the thing that changes that is what? Don't give guns to people who have certain felonies.
And that's what they tried to do on the onset. That's what they tried to do on the onset with like things like convict leasing and stuff like that. I get your point, but so let's bring logic into this realm then.
Yes, sir.
Here today in 2023, I own several firearms. What changed in the Constitution with me as a descendant of slave that now I'm able to have those guns? What changed?
Nothing changed in the writing. The writing was always there.
Okay, then.
That's my point. The writing was always there. The action wasn't. So that's what I'm saying. It was created off of logic. It was reasonable for, like you said, the people that it was reasonable for at that time. And we keep adding amendments to it. So it's not that it don't work. It's that it's not going to work just like now. Just like the Bible won't work now. You see what other people are saying? The Bible won't work now the way it was presented when it was being constructed and compiled. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I get what you're saying, but who said the Bible won't work now? I ain't say that.
I know y'all. I'm saying, well, if you believed it would, you would probably try to, incorporate some of its workings into your methods. I'm not saying you don't, but I'm saying as much as you talk bad about it, I mean, I don't think it's
I
the
don't
Bible.
I
To
don't
me, it
talk
seems
bad.
like
I
it's
don't,
not
I
the
don't talk
Bible
bad about the
itself.
Bible.
It's more
I
so
don't
the
care. It's
people
not.
that believe it.
Yeah,
That's
I ain't
what it
never
seems
said
like.
nothing bad about the Bible.
Yeah,
Like I said,
see, I got it. That's why I had it wrong. I had it right the first time. I went with my second thought. My first thought was actually, it's not more so the book. It's more so the people that's pushing it that you have an issue with, right?
well, I got an issue with the discussions being had about it.
Right. So it's more so the people because the book, the information in it has a lot of what's in like a lot of American laws, like do what you want. You know, I'm not do what you want. Pragmatic values. Do what makes you happy. You see what I'm saying? Like the quote unquote things that people are actually doing. Like even the people that come up with these laws don't fully follow these laws. They just came up with it.
Are you an Israelite, bro?
I believe myself to be.
Okay, I bet. Compare and contrast the freedoms here in America with the Bible. Please, I want to hear that.
I just told you one. One of them being an eye for an eye type thing, right? So an eye for an eye type thing. That's one of the things written in the Bible. Eye for eye can be like just taking something from somebody else because they took it from you. You know, I do to you what you did to me. Equal.
So that's
Okay.
no. Go ahead and finish. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say equal punishment deserves. I mean, equal crime deserves equal punishment.
Well, that is that universal or what I'm trying. So I guess what I'm trying to do is like I'm trying to specify when it comes to certain freedoms here in America that were given to us based on the Constitution versus a certain statute in the Bible. Eye for an eye, okay, I give you that, but I look at that more as a generalization. You know, that's something universal, but that's cool. So then we would have to say, does just universal law apply to what's written in the Constitution? I would say, yeah, pretty much.
I would say, yeah.
But then you'll try to say all that can be pinpointed in the Bible. So is universal law based on the Bible, or is the Bible based on universal law?
The Bible, everything is based on universal law.
Okay, so I don't need the Bible. I don't need the Bible to come into play when it comes to me conforming the Constitution. Then,
right? I would never push. I'll tell anybody you need whatever you need at that time to get to whatever point you need to get to on your journey. While trying to get to 7, somebody's doing it with 2 and 5, somebody's doing it with 3 and 4, and someone's doing it the hard way with 1 plus, trying to make 1 plus 6. You know, but point I'm trying to make is that we're all trying to get to 7. We're all trying to get to the same goal. We're just doing so many different things at once, and it's like bumping into everything, and it's causing irritation for everybody. And nobody wants to talk about the irritation. They rather just, yell, scream, get mad, act like children. Like my theory in life is I feel like most of the time the things you get angry about, like that's child stuff. You're getting mad because you don't have enough money, but if you work, you're gonna make the money you need to make. You already have a job. Why are you getting mad? Like, you know what I'm saying? Get mad at yourself first before you get mad at the situation. That's my whole thing. Like we choose to get mad at something else instead of, okay, let me step back and look at what I caused. Because you can't have a problem if you put yourself in the situation in the first place.
So, I agree with that.
Like
Black Son say, you don't work, you don't eat.
Exactly.
That's also a Bible tenet, correct?
Oh yeah. But
okay. He got you there, Black Son.
Well, okay. Well, I got. Let me throw something in because I want to interrupt y'all conversation.
Please.
Freedom of religion is a constitutional concept, not a Bible concept.
Yep. You can find that in the Quran, I think, somewhere where it's freedom to practice whatever you want or whatever. If I'm not mistaken, I hear a lot of Dawa Muslims preach that doctrine.
So then, why is this
whole thing is I don't hold
proselytize?
I don't. But the thing y'all gotta get about me, I believe I'm an Israelite, but I don't hold just one book above anything. I don't do that. That's stupid to me because books. I mean, the words in the book don't change, but the people who read it do. The people who interpret it do. So why would I hold myself to something only one thing? Like, you see what I'm saying? That don't make no sense to me. Life don't work that way. So I look at all books as like a step on a ladder. You know what I'm saying? It's just a step to help me get to the next level. I don't look at it as the end all be all. DNA, books, or none of that stuff.
Well, the only thing I have a problem with religion, Zero, is the proselytizing. That shit gets on my nerves. It's like, to me, I think religion is a personal thing. You know, I believe, I agree with Brother Malcolm where it says, you know, it should just it's be something that's personal. It shouldn't be something that you try to force down somebody's throat, no matter how good it is to you. It may not be good to the next person. You know what I'm saying? So that's where my issues come in.
Agreed.
I don't have, yeah, I don't have a problem with religion only when it becomes when people try to force it down my throat. And the Bible, I know the Bible. I'm assuming I don't know about the Quran, but the Bible tells you to go out and force that shit down people's throat. That's what the Bible says to do. When it says be fishers of men, it's saying go out and goddamn force this word of God on other people. When I say force, meaning prophetize, meaning I don't want to hear it. Well, you keep telling me, well, now you're forcing it. That's the issue I have. But people
Me
believing
too.
personally spirituality and all that, I don't have no problem with that. I'm an atheist. So I don't have no problem. But you have people who have a problem with me being an atheist. And I'm like, why? Why is that an issue? Why is that a problem for you? It's not a problem for me. I don't even think about it. Like Solar, let me give you an example. Solar Boy, he wanted to do a whole hound session on me being an atheist. And I'm like, I'm an atheist, so what? Can we move on something that we can like build on or something that we can actually have a back and forth? I'm an atheist, so what? Big deal. It's not a big deal to me. So why should it be a big deal to the next person? That's where my gripe comes in. But yeah, that's my 2 cents, bro. Y'all get back to the conversation, man. That's just my 2 cents.
No, I agree because I want to add to that real quick because I
Okay.
think a lot of that deals with our forms of communication. Like it's our communication devices work that way. They are pervasive, totally involving. For any of them to work, you got to involve yourself in it totally. And at the same time, we live in a world where we're asked to be involved and not so much involved, or not involved so much rather. Like you have to do enough. Yeah, I mean you have to do something, but you can't do too much. Then you can't do too less because then you're complicit. Like that's the world we're in. Like it's to me, it seems like again that whole backwards thinking thing. We think like we're still in the 19th century, like books is ruling the world when it's not the case. And so now everybody's forcing what? The written word on everybody when it's the spoken word that's ruling society. Even though there's written laws in formation, there's written laws sitting and meant to rule certain situations so that certain um, points of the policy or results that the policy is supposed to get can be, carried out in action. Um, so that the thoughts of theory can be carried out in action and be the result. Like you have to force these things on people. It takes a certain force. Like everything comes with force. I'm noticing that. And again, it seems like
You bring up
that's
a
a
very
problem.
good point.
That's a
That's a
problem
very
both
good
with
point.
Bible believers and non-Bible believers, atheists and non-atheists. Like you see what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to tie together this line that's connecting all this shit. Because to my mind, there's no a delinquent can be a saint or a criminal. They're both delinquents in my mind. Because a saint can be so high-minded that he starts to regard the thoughts of everybody else. Right? That's delinquent behavior. Fuck the law. I'm doing what I want to do. Right? Just like how somebody can believe in one thing so much they start contradicting everything else they claim to believe in. Again, going back to that point I mentioned in the beginning about being fair. You can be so fair that you become illogical, but you think being fair is logical, which it is sometimes. But it's not logical all the time. Like that's the biggest mystery for us is time. The biggest mystery for our ancestors was figuring out the right space, the right amount of space. So now our problem is figuring out the right time when to say things and when not to say it, how much to say, and how fast to say it, how slow to say it. Do I need to repeat it? Like all of this shit matters now because it's all factors relating to time. We got space figured out. Now we have a problem figuring out the right time. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, whether you believe the Bible or not, everybody's issue right now is time, bro. And I'm thinking, this is my theory. I'm not even pushing that on nobody. This is a theory. I just put stuff out here and hope people try it out. Because my thing, I live it. If I hear somebody say it on here, I try to experience it. I try to do it. See how it works. It doesn't work. I don't, adhere to it. But if we try to spend as much time as we do arguing, if we take that time instead of arguing and say, you know what, instead of coming at it this way, let me try this. That way that we actually think when we're not online, if we try that online, like that might actually it might actually spark different results, and the results that we're looking for might be the end, might be the ending means. You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but again, I think you can't constitute a way to govern a people and funnel it through individual thought and logic. I don't think that's possible. Fairness is something that's congealed amongst everybody. You know what I mean? Whether you think it's right, wrong, or indifferent. So when you have something written down and everybody is to interpret that a certain way based on how it's written, that's through fairness. My individual interpretation of that from a totality aspect don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Now, if a certain group of people come and conspire a certain interpretation of that thought, that's a different story. And I think that's the reality that we in when it comes to what the Constitution is versus how a specific group of people interpreted the Constitution to get us in a disadvantaged position, if that makes sense. And you could put that on the Bible too.
No, that makes sense to me. And I'm not disagreeing because it sounds like you make some good points. Like some of these things are relevant. Some of these things that you mentioned need to be done. But my thing is they don't need to be done all the time. They need to be done at certain points in time, which brings me back to the point. When is the right time? You know what I'm saying? When is it the right time to apply the Constitution as far as, let's say, the right to bear your arms? When is it, when do you not need to bear your arms? You see what I'm saying? When is the right time?
So you think it was logical or it was reasonable to not give no Negroes no guns right after emancipation because, it's logical to think that these Negroes gonna turn around and shoot all the white folks up.
Logical for the people that were white that would benefit from doing that. Yes, it was logical for them, but it was not logical for us. How does that benefit us?
Oh, okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I see what you mean.
Like you can only, if you're just looking at a situation, well, that's all you can do is look at it. That's why there's so many different ways to go with it. That's why there's more than two sides to it. Because you have their side, which is logical to them, but illogical to us on our side, because we're the ones without the gun. Therefore, we know at some point it's illogical because we know at some point they're still going to try to control us because they have guns over us, which is what they used to get us in the first place. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah, so it's like, it just takes you back to that moment again. It's like, yeah, we did all that, but for what? Now we can't do what they're doing.
No doubt. Hey, I'm about to go into this way station real quick, Black Son. Hold it down real fast.
Oh, we got another truck on here, man. I love it. I drive myself.
Oh, you drive?
Yeah, I was. I'm getting back into it right now. I'm at a gas station, but I'm getting back into it in a couple months.
Yeah. Hey, man. When all else fails, man, get in the truck. That's what they told me.
Hell yeah. The wheels ain't turning, we ain't earning.
Say what?
I said, if them wheels ain't turning, we ain't earning. God damn it.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Yeah, I think Black Son busy. I'm gonna try to. Let me see. Hopefully they don't say nothing to me. But yeah, you made some good points, man. Like I said, you know, everything that you deal with, whether it's spiritual, social, cultural, it all comes from an interpretation within yourself. What the thin line shows is how can you conform a reality that's going to benefit all of whatever society that you're trying to improve, right? With me, I'm a reparationist, so I'm looking at the Constitution on how can I provide the most benefit for me and mine. You know what I'm saying? As an individualist, I'm looking at it from an economic standpoint as to how can I make sure that I benefit the most until I stop working or I'm done with whatever money that I'm satisfied with. Everything has to be done from an individualistic standpoint in regards to social, economic, political. It's certain aspects that us as a people, we just never visualize. That's what I'm trying to turn around. That's my whole goal of being on social media, is to turn that social aspect around and make it more of a group effort. That way, once we get the debt that's owed, once we actually become true full citizen in this country, then you can start having those individual interpretations. Until then, it's a group fight. If that makes any sense.
That makes sense to me. It's definitely a group fight because we'll see what happens when we don't group up and fight. We get traitors, we get all type of other people going to the other side. I mean, we have people that don't know what to do. You know what I mean? And then the result is chaos. You know, it's chaotic. But like you said, that's when that individualism. Excuse me, I don't really like the word, but I use it. That's when that individualism sets in, kicks in, takes place. You feel me? What am I gonna do now? You feel me? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do that? That's when all that matters. All that's when you gotta put up and shut up. You know what I'm saying? All that, I'm this, I'm that, I'm a god, I'm this, I'm that. All right, well, now it's your time to create a new situation for yourself, you and yours. You feel me?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, yeah, all good points, man. You know, I think we're saying the same thing. We just looking at it from two different spectrums, and that's cool.
Agreed.
At the end of the day, we visualize the same thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, Black Sun has jumped off. So go ahead.
I just want to add. I'm sorry to cut you off because I'm new to that word or that type of people. You said you're a reparationist. Is that correct?
Yeah, reparations. Reparations. Yeah. Politically, I'm fighting for Black Americans here in this country, the people that descend from slaves, the freedmen. I'm fighting politically to get certain subsidies for us to take advantage of in the country, so we can finally be on equal footing with everybody else.
That's interesting.
So that's a reparation.
That's
you know what I mean? It's works out there that you can follow that that go through this. You know what I mean? So yeah, I can if you come back later on, I can definitely hook you up with them resources. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
See, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. My bad.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, like me. You know, I follow. I don't know how long you've been on YouTube, but like me, I follow like the brother Lord Abba, who used to be a Moor. Well, I guess he still kind of is a Moor, but I follow him and Be the Power with their reparationist movement, the Freedmen movement, USADOF.
Yes.
United Sons and Daughters of Freedmen. So, yeah, bro, I can hook you up with those sources later on, man.
Thank you, man.
That's the stuff that I want to do. Hey, Black Son, you got like some feedback in the background.
Oh, my bad.
But no, I know I sound like I'm a little all over the place. That's probably why it's hard to follow me. But I respect studying what I study. It taught me to learn to respect a little bit of what people, something about what everybody has going on, to find something to respect about it, right? There's some things that I just can't respect, like I don't want to say it on the channel, but things like Jared Fogle did, the Subway guy, right? Things like that.
Right.
There's just
Yeah.
certain things you just can't accept. I know that. I just don't have no sympathy for stuff like that. But as far as doctrines, like people on here teaching what they're teaching on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that I know certain guidelines and people can't literally push every single thing that they want to push, like that tells me, understanding that, and plus understanding what I understand about how these communication devices just work in their own nature, like it just allowed me to open up doors for me and allowed me to understand different perspectives, and that everybody on here is technically saying the same thing from different perspectives.
For sure. You're right about that. You definitely right about that. At one point in time,
Yeah, I agree on that too.
I privy myself at one point in time, long ago. Even though I didn't delve into the doctrine per se, I did consider myself an Israelite because a lot of the stuff from the early onset that the Israelites were saying, I deemed true. You know what I mean? Looking back from it now in the terms of how it relates to us as a people, it's hard for me to differentiate myself from other groups within the diaspora. So I guess in turn, I didn't necessarily leave the Israelite like paradigm per se, because I still agree with parts and aspects of it, within my own reality. But
You sound like
I don't follow, or I don't delve into the scripture, like, you know what I mean? That
right.
just ain't what I do.
I feel you 100% because I think that, that's where I'm at in my walk right now, to be honest. Like, I read it, but I only read it now. I used to put it like this. I used to read it to destroy somebody, right? Let me destroy this doctrine. Let me read the book. Let me see what God gonna show me, what weapons he gonna give me to cut this doctrine up with. Is it gonna be a knife? Is it gonna be a scalpel? Am I gonna do it detail by detail? Is it just gonna come all at once? Like, you know what I'm saying? Am I just gonna jug it in there and then slice up? Like how's it? You know what I'm saying? How's the doctrine gonna be cut up this time? That's how I used to approach the scriptures. That's how I used to look at it for war. Then that prompted me, when I noticed that I was thinking that way. It prompted me. Oh, let me rephrase that. When I noticed that that type of thinking within me was amped up when I was more involved in the Bible, right? Then that I noticed that it prompted me to start looking at everything as a technology, everything man-made, writing, books, reading. I'm not reading, writing, uh, basically every form of communication: radio, television, telephone, teaspoons, tires, motor cars, wheels, stone wheels, old ancient combs, modern combs, whatever it is. I just started looking at it. And years later, I started finding all these books and Marshall McLuhan and the guy that predicted the internet, and the internet came true a year before a year after he died. His prediction came true, so he didn't even get to see. A year before he dies. No, let me say that again. He dies and then his prediction comes true. So he didn't even get to see his prediction come true, but he saw it already in his mind. He already got to see it because he saw what was happening during his time. Now, fast forward, I'm just pointing out, you just explained like where I'm at in my walk. Like, I don't just look at the Bible now as a book to destroy something, where I can use it for both. You know what I'm saying? The same way that how you used to knight a
Right.
king back in the day, that take the sword and you can use it to cut somebody, you can turn it on the flat side and honor somebody. So
Yeah, I got you. No doubt. Hey, my brother Trevor asked a question in the chat. He wanted me to ask you, is there any benefit to being an Israelite?
just look around. Look at ISUPK. They're making money off of it. If you're talking finances, I don't know how much is a lot to you, but I think they make a lot. If you're comparing a lot to like somebody like a famous person, then no, there's no benefit in it if that's the lot you're talking about. But if you're talking about a lot to meaning more than what you would just to live comfortably, then yeah, they have a lot. It can benefit you financially if you do it. the way ISUPK does it, or some people in GMS, they was like that at one point, and now it's Sakari and so on and so forth. There's ways to benefit from it, yeah, but you can morally benefit from it just as much as if you, people feel like it's morally wrong to do it. So there's all type of benefits from it. So I'd say yes. It just depends on your perspective. It's not for everybody, just like everything isn't for everybody.
Okay, yeah. My brother Trevor, man, he hosts a show on Fridays, but Mondays we got this show on Champions Corner. He said he wants you to come on, man, because I think he got some questions for you, man. But in any event,
I'm down, brother.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Hey, we always on, bro. Hey, in any event, so do you come from any particular camp, or are you just self not self-taught, but you were just, it
More
was
like
self-revealed to you?
Would you say more like autodidactic, like kind of
Yeah, autodidact, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that. That's where I'm at now. I didn't start out that way. I started out finding videos of this dude named Elder Rakai. I think it was GOCC. Started out with that.
GOCC, okay.
Yeah, and then 2 weeks later, I found GMS, and then a few months later, ended up in a group called Sakari when it first started. They claim I was never there, but it is what it is. I don't really care. The proof is out there, so that's that. And basically, I left that group. When I asked the question, this is how it happened. This is what started all this stuff. We used to be in a group. We used to stay up studying for hours and hours. I mean, like from 7 o'clock at night to 7 in the morning. People falling asleep on the phone while me and other brothers stand up studying, having to mute people because they're snoring. Like we used to get it in with studying, not just the word, like everything, right? And me and one brother particularly would study a lot of things. And we caught wind of Paul being copying philosophy from Seneca and a whole bunch of other Greek people and putting it, and it ended up in the Bible. And then, so that prompted us to start going back to the Old Testament, looking at it in a different light. And it prompted us to say that, hey, Moses was like a god to Aaron. It literally says that in the scriptures. So I asked that question in the chat one day. The big wig of Sakari was there, and I just asked the question and immediately got laughed at. Like, what are you talking about? What you smoking? Yada, yada, yada. Give me what you smoking. God damn. Most I got this dude on this special kind of this, that, and the third. Right? All type of jokes. And
So real quick, you used to be on with like with Gorilla Hebrew and Deacon Akar and them?
When they first started, yes.
Oh, okay, all right, bet.
Like when I got the video up on my channel where I used to have a shirt, everything, them saying I was never in the group, all that. I was driving trucks then. But yeah, I was in there when they started the group. I know the people that came up with a lot of the tests that they used to use on the brothers to enter the group and all of that. But what got me kicked out, I sent the scripture. I said something in the chat about Moses being a god to Aaron. They laughed at me. I sent the scripture in the chat and they got quiet. I had nothing to say about it. A few hours later, they started talking about something else. And then I noticed that and I fell asleep. I laughed so hard I fell asleep, whatever. Talking about it to the woman who was my wife at the time. Wake up, and I'm removed from the chat. And I got all these messages, personal messages from, the deacon dude, and then he's telling me and other brothers, next time y'all get some information like that, come to us first, because everybody's not ready for that type of information. So basically, that moment, I just felt like that group was just an echo chamber. Like, and I started looking at all of this stuff like that. Most of this shit is echo chambers. Like, can two walk together lest they agree? Like, it seemed like everybody believes that biblical quote, whether you're atheist or not. Very few times do you see people that are not alike hanging together. Atheists and it's like seeing somebody whose name is Joshua and they're atheist, or somebody's name Jesus and they're complete atheists. You know what I'm saying? Like that's their
Well,
legal birth name, you know, but they're totally atheists in action and in character and in behavior, and you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I got you. Well, but now Gorilla Hebrew on no jumper. So so
That's
you know,
fine
there's
with me.
that.
That's what I'm saying. That don't bother me because I never care. I care. It's morality over money for me. You feel me?
Hey, real quick. Cause so I live in Georgia, right? So I was at this flea market one by where I used to live at. And I saw this was a week before Passover. I saw Dig in the Car come out because the club like right next to the flea market. And I guess they had Passover at that club when they moved down here, or whatever.
Oh
I was like,
yeah.
I know that dude. I was like, is that Dig in the Car from Sakari? I was like, hey man. I was like, hey man, your name Dig? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh, what's up, man? I was like, I'm just hollering at you. I seen you. You look familiar. And we chopped it up for a little bit. He was like, yeah, they was getting the club for Passover. And I was like, oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I ain't coming, but yeah, y'all, you know,
Y'all do your
y'all be
best.
good with that.
Well, is it right? Hope the good Lord bless you. You know. Shoot. Nah, but that's what I'm saying. Morality over money for me. Like I feel like I'm just as responsible for what I say as what I do. What I do has to match what I say and vice versa. Most people don't feel that way because our devices, our forms of communication don't work that way. Like they work, you don't have to. What I see on these phones ain't really what I'm going to see in real life. Like I can literally watch somebody's face change on the phone into something that is not going to be in real life. You feel me? So yeah. So like I'm just saying, like because our communication works that way, people want to try to be that way, and then it changes the what I call and what Neil Postman calls the amongst humanity the action communication ratio. The way you act, you know what I'm saying, which is what you do. It shows what you think. All right. And the way you communicate is a pattern in what you think. There's a difference between the two. There's no pattern in the way you act, but there's a pattern in the way you think. That's why I say you can translate numbers into human behavior, but you can't translate you can translate human behavior into numbers, but you can't translate those numbers back into human behavior. So these two things are untranslatable.
Yeah, no doubt.
You feel me? At this point in time.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I tell you what, brother. Because Trevor, do you know, I think this in the lane. He's inviting you as his special guest on Monday. We do the show at around 6:30. 6 o'clock, 6:30.
Oh, I'm done.
Come back to the arena on Monday. And you always, whenever we pop up, man, you always invited. You know what I mean? Like this the arena. It's no holds barred over here. But specifically on Monday, Trevor want to have a discussion with you. You know, that's his lane. Black Son, you know, he don't like to deal with the whole religious part. You know, I don't want him to crash his dump truck or nothing. So we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave it at that. Yeah. So we're gonna leave it at that, man. Other than that, yeah, man. Good discussion though. See, I can deal with you because you can come up out the Bible. That's always a good thing.
Heck yeah, it's always a good thing. Like it's
you know,
always good
a lot of Hebrews can't do that.
It's always good to come about what you're comfortable with, because at some point you're gonna need to. That's life.
You know, a lot of Israelites can't do it. They incapable of doing it.
Agreed. Well, I mean, some of us are.
Yeah, it's on point.
Some of us are examples of the opposite. So some of us are not meant to be that. So.
But yeah, you got anything, Black Son?
No, how's my mic sound? Sound okay? My shit.
You sound good, yeah. Because I'm about to get ready. I'm about to get ready to stop. I got to get unloaded.
Okay, well, hey man, y'all join us tonight for Wrestling Wednesday, man. That's tonight at 6, man. We're gonna have MD Trevor, Venkat, man. Y'all be there early, man. Be there early, cause we doing black people in wrestling, man. That first one y'all did was off the chain, man. So hey, y'all don't be late for that, bro. Y'all do not be late for that.
Yeah, peace, Juju. Hey, GTO, where you at?
Hey, peace and increase, everybody. Thank y'all for having me on, man.
Oh,
no doubt, man.
I'm still here.
No doubt. Don't be no stranger, bro. We always here, man.
Oh, I'll be in the chat tonight watching.
Make
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
you bring your
you'll be our resident Hebrew.
Said bring what?
You'll be our resident Hebrew on the arena.
And somebody said make sure I bring something.
not the resident Hebrew that we did, but yeah, because I thought he came over from the Lions Den, because like after that.
They invited me to be on there though before.
You been on there? They gave me a wrench just now. I didn't even know. I said, "Oh, thank you, Lions Den. Y'all gave me a wrench." Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. See, Lions didn't be over here sometime, but the thing is, he got a lot of admins on that Lions Den channel too. So I don't know if it'd be JJ or it'd be somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's the most.
Lions Den be over here sometime because there be so many people hosting shows just like the arena on Lions Den. So I don't know if it's JJ or somebody else.
Yeah, is that a Hebrew Israelite space? Because that's what it seemed like, right?
Yeah,
JJ be wilding, man. I would listen to JJ 7000 in the morning, man. He was tripping. Talking about Chris Harris. He had me dying laughing, man. I wouldn't mind JJ over.
Why everybody so mad at him? What he do? Like
who, Chris Harris?
Yeah.
All right, peace, brother Shalom.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, I don't know what Chris Harris did, man, but JJ was getting on his ass. It was funny as hell. I was dying laughing.
Oh, damn. Yeah, we're talking about his hairline. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but he had me tripping. He was playing some video with Chris Harris. I guess Chris Harris and him was on somebody's live stream, and they were talking shit to each other. But yeah, JJ, man, like I like JJ 7000, but he wasn't them dude. He can't go up out the Bible either. He be trying, but he can't do it. He funny as hell though. I ain't gonna front.
Shit. He be trying to get out the Bible. Damn.
Yeah, I mean the Lions Den Debate League, it got a lot of different people in it. You know what I'm saying? Like it got some Kemissions in there, and, some Hebrew. Like the Lions Den, it's cool, but again, like it be nigga battle.
Bible.
You know what I'm saying?
Bible.
I was just done. Listen, I wanted to see what was up, but once I seen Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, listen, I was so mad. I said, "Don't nobody want to say that." He really expecting people to be like Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad. I was like, "Get him off the panel."
Yeah.
I didn't even want to see him. I was so mad, and I said, "Sir, you was nice looking with this crazy ass name. You getting on my fucking nerves." Like,
yeah, shouts out to the Lions Den though. Yeah, it is what it is.
The Bible tried. Wait, Chris really ain't do much. He just changed his belief. The Bible tried to burn it and then tried to drown it. Damn. Instead, it floated back up to the top and stayed there. And ever since then, it's just been Chris Fuck. Sitcom producer.
I remember Chris Harris when he first got on social media, bro. He was on Debate Talk for You, and he used to be part of the Torah Night with Judah. That's when he first got on social media, on Blog Talk.
See.
And then he I guess he ain't no Israelite no more. Then he went when he got with SVDL, he was with Kansu and Team Osiris and all that shit.
Oh, now I remember. They was complaining about something about he didn't call when he wanted to leave the debate league. Was that the dude or was it another dude? Was that the same dude, Chris Harris, that everybody was mad?
Yeah,
yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Right. I'm gonna be nosy.
Shouts out to MVP Chris Harris. But even him, see, he can't get out of Kemet. He left being an Israelite. He couldn't get out the Bible. He finally get out the Bible and get trapped in Kemet. Now it's like my son said, Kemet. That's what it is.
You got some people who they can't become eclectic. I don't know why people just gotta stick with one thing and that's it. It's just like, I feel like even spiritually, I mean, because I'm a what is it called? Omnist, like omnism.
Omnis, yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all
I
done took
believe.
my word.
I think I did take it from you, didn't I? Yeah,
Yeah, you did.
yeah, that's what I had to look that up, and I said, "Oh, that's the word for it," because I just like I'm eclectic, but no, that's the proper word for it. I believe all religions hold some type of validity, and even I scared the shit out of Yanga one day, and I was telling him what the laws of Satan, like not all sections of Satanism go by this law, but a lot of them go by like the 11 laws. What is it, like the 11 laws of Satan or whatever? And I was breaking it down to him, and he was like, damn, I know it wasn't that bad. I said, yeah, that's the law of Satan. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean, Black Son? How it say, do not harm a child, do not rape anyone. How it's black and white, just don't rape a child. Don't rape nobody and don't harm a child. Whereas the Bible is just like, if you don't scream in the field long enough, then you gonna get stoned. This is like, what the fuck going on? Or you gotta marry a rapist and stuff like that. I got time for that shit, and it's just like I understood the women's body was a commodity back then, but I'm like, this is the only thing y'all God did back then when somebody got sexually assaulted, and Satanists just put it down like bam, 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 just don't do that shit. Right. It's clear as day. So people be scary, but I'm like, yo, just study it. You don't have to start praying to Satan. You don't have to pray to fucking nobody. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, see, yeah, it's not about that. It's about being an omnis is not about these deities or these gods being like actual people. You know what I'm saying? Being an omnis is about what the fuck are they getting me to do? Like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, being an omnis is not about like holding high regard for these deities, right? Being an omnis is about understanding that the collective consciousness in the world has a certain interpretation or a certain depiction of these gods. That's just like Stimia. If a certain amount of people in the world have a consciousness or even subconsciously of Stimia, even if it's Whoopi Goldberg, within the collective consciousness, Whoopi Goldberg then becomes a deity. You know what I'm saying? Hell, if I say the purple people eater, and I give you an image of the purple people eater, and that's my God, and then I create a cult with people deifying the purple people eater, then that purple people eater then becomes a deity within the collective consciousness. And that's what omnism is about.
Also, because of the law of assumption. That's just my personal belief too. I love the law.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. And that's why and I think that's me and you, MD. We see Stimia the same way. I believe in Stimia. I wanted to be. I think she's important, but I'm like, are y'all really taking it serious? Because it just seemed like it's just for y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not even really telling nobody about it. And you got this asshole just cussing out everybody who wants to know more about Stimia. It's fucking weird, bro. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but the thing, like, I take Stimia for example. For me, Stimia don't exist, right? Because I can't sit here and look at Whoopi Goldberg and think that's the image of some type of deity of science, technology, and engineering and math. Now, let's say they took my advice, and the concept of Stimia, I can attest to, not necessarily agree, but I can attest to it. Let's say they take my advice and they do what I say and go on the AI form and create Stimia, and then I see that image. I say, now that's Stimia. Now, collectively in my head, Stimia exists.
Mm-hmm.
Despite if I agree with the ideology or not.
Man. And they should have, sermons talking about Stimia and stuff. And then it shouldn't be Whoopi Goldberg. Like you said, it should be the image of black woman or dark-skinned black woman at that, if you want to do that. Because I don't like when white people, just start taking shit and then make it their image. No. Because when you look at a deity, you find I'm saying that people, like, dealt with in ancient times, it usually was assigned to like a famous king or princess or or whatever the fuck, and they did wonderful things in their life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Whoopi Goldberg didn't have a wonderful career, but when you look at her dealing with somebody that was in blackface, that's not cool. I feel like I just don't think that's she lived a good enough life to be the image of Stimia. That's just my opinion. Is that me, though?
No, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Like, I always gotta check with Black Son. Like, Black Son, I'm not being mean, am I? Because people think that I'm mean and shit.
Hey, Black Son. So to go back to what we was talking about earlier about like the different people like around. So I'm on Pleasant Hill right now. Pleasant Hill got they got a lot of Korean stuff, and
That's
Vietnamese
right,
stuff around here. So at one point in time, Pleasant Hill wasn't like this. Pleasant Hill was actually white. Remember, Gwinnett Place Mall used to be the spot at one point in time.
Right. Yeah, I do remember. I vaguely remember that. I vaguely remember that.
So yeah, like this was like a somewhat affluent neighborhood.
Right.
Pleasant Hill.
Okay.
But now it's all Vietnamese and Southeast Asian and the Koreans own everything. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do get that. Like I say, but a person can make the same argument with regentrification. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get it. Things change. Cities change. Build-ups, tear-downs. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm passing by a plaza now. The whole plaza, I can't read nothing in the plaza because it's all in Korean.
Yep. Yeah, you passing that plaza where the Netherworld used to be, where all the furniture and shit, the Kenmore outlet and all that, where they used to be.
Right over here by like Atlanta Luxury Motors. You know where Atlanta Luxury Motors at?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
Yeah, right over here.
I know exactly where you at. Damn. Yep. That's damn, man. I'm just
by Berkeley Lake.
I used to live over there. I used to live off of damn. Yep, I used to live over there. That's why I'm just reminiscing, man. I used to live in that area. One of the first neighborhoods I moved to, man, when I came to Georgia. Jeez.
GTO jumped off.
Yeah, she had to go pick up her son. Okay.
Damn, it's almost 2:00. Damn.
Yeah, yep.
I've been driving.
Yeah, I haven't even eaten yet, man. Yeah. Well, at least you local, man. Shit.
Say what?
No, I say at least you local, man. At least you in the state. Shit, at least you in the state.
Yeah, that's hell. I was in Durham, North Carolina this morning, so I guess that's a good thing.
Right, yeah.
Then I got to head right back up to North Carolina.
Right. Was this supposed to be 80 today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow. It's 81 right now.
Okay. Oh, it's 81?
Yeah, according to my thermostat.
Shit. Oh, okay. Damn. I didn't even. Damn. Okay.
This shit is crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy, bro. Because I wonder why I got all these flies around my damn truck, man. But I'm out here with the damn cows anyway. Shit.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Good talk, man. Like I said, I was hoping Yanga was available because I wanted to hear his take on that discussion last night.
Right.
But I catch him when I catch him.
Well, I'm glad you sat through it, man, because I can't sit through Lex and all that, man. I can't do it. So I appreciate you for you even being able to sit through all that, man, because, man, I'm glad that I got you and Gynocracy, man, and I'm glad I got even Trevor, because y'all be sitting through stuff I just can't sit through. I can't sit through, man, some of these conversations,
I mean,
man.
bro, like, it was a pretty good discussion. It wasn't no nigga shit going on. Like, it was
No.
good back and forth.
I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about the beginning part when he goes through all these
okay.
the whole ritualistic thing. That's what kind of turns me off. But no, a general discussion, especially one that goes smoothly. Yeah, I love it. I love You know, especially when, you know, you say you ain't got him shuckle bucking. Yeah, I definitely want to see that part.
Yeah, because like I said, bro, he had him talking in one way, talking about basically Lex had a clear cut stance in the beginning. He ain't no
Okay.
Mzungus allowed in Blackland. No Mzungus. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Yanga was able to compromise with him. He shuckle bucked him
Okay.
in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
To
sir.
the point where he said Mzungus can visit Blackland.
Right.
You know, they could come to Blackland and partake in the amenities, but they not
Yes.
allow citizenship. Then he sucker bucked them some more,
Wow.
and then he got the compromise where Lex could say you could be a citizen in Blackland. So we went from not being Mzungus not being citizens in Blackland to you could come visit Mzungu could come visit Blackland to now
Uh-huh.
Mzungus can be citizens of Blackland, but you just can't hold any
Office, yeah.
no official governing positions in Blackland.
Well, goddamn. Goddamn.
So I could be so if I'm an Mzungu, I could be a citizen there, but I'm not gonna have no state representation at all in Blackland. I'm just living there, paying taxes.
Right. And they don't see that as oppressive. Okay. I was just wondering how, you know. That's why I said we all need different we need to be clear on our definitions of what freedom is, on what goddamn oppression is, what capitalism is, and what damn socialism is. We need to have these discussions before, right at the door, right when we come to the door. We need that discussion before you can be, you know what I'm saying? That's just, man. Before you invite me in, before you goddamn, and let's have that discussion at the door.
Right, no doubt. But yeah, other than that, man, that's
Yeah.
all I got, man. Like I said, everybody tune in the rest of Wednesday tonight. It should be a pretty good show. Damn,
Oh
these
yeah, it's
folks
gonna
gonna
be
start
fire.
honking at me. Please, somebody let me over.
Uh-oh, be careful out there, brother.
I'm finna run the red light.
Oh shit, be
All right,
careful,
here I
bro.
go. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the damn, like I said, man, I'm right here off of well, I just turned on Berkeley Lake and damn, what is it, Beaver Highway? So yeah, I'm
Yep,
right here
yep.
where you was talking about.
Oh yeah, you deep in it. Ha, you
Yeah.
deep in it. God, man, you got me craving some Mexican food right now.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, other than that, man, like I said, that's all I got, man. I appreciate it, Black Son.
Oh man, I appreciate you, man. See you tonight, brother.
No doubt. Peace.
All right, peace. All right, y'all. There we have it. Tonight at 6. Shout out to Ben Cat. Shout out to Trevor. Shout out to MD20. Shout out to Juju. Shout out to Gynocracy. Shout out to the whole Arena family. Shout out to Zero. Man, yes, and we out, y'all. Peace. Peace.